Good evening, and thank you for tuning in to the CISD Athletics Moorhead Stadium YouTube stream. I'm Jackson Cochran, and to my left this evening is Sam Ulrich. We are going to be your voices tonight for this opening week matchup from the Conroe Tigers, because it's their season opener against the Katy Paetow Panthers. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's finally football season. This week alone, NFL's finishing up the preseason.
Yep.
Middle school, they've been getting started.
Oh, yeah.
So right now, we've had a couple games already this week, and football season is finally officially here. And from now until February, we're going to have football every single week. How does that sound, Sam?
I mean, it's very exciting, but, you know, one thing, it's still very hot. And so that's just that's going to play into the players and, you know, their conditioning. This is going to be a big test of their conditioning. That's my first key to the game is, you know, it's really hot. Who's going to be able to handle the heat, as they say? My other thing is it's which team's going to be able to settle down early first. Because, you know, there's going to be the first game nerves. You're going to be really excited. You want to make that big play. But which team's going to settle down first? And my last key is, you know, take all the points you can get. Last year, Katy and Conroe faced off, and it was 14-3. So if you have a chance, take the points you can get.
Obviously. I like that. I like your keys to the game. Your first three keys of the game. Well, for me, let's go ahead and let's cover some more of my first three keys of the game. Obviously, I agree with you. Number one is going to be conditioning because it is still the dog days of summer, and we're hoping now that football's here, fall is finally just knocking on the door. And it does come down to conditioning, especially we've been in triple-digit heat, and that's why we're starting a lot later this week and even next week, starting kickoff at 8 p.m. because of the heat index. And my second key to the game for tonight, it's just going to be the turnover battle. I know it's cliche, you hear it every single football game, but it is the turnover battle. Just controlling the ball, making sure you don't give it up to the opposing team in any way, shape, or form. And then number three, it's play to the whistle. I've saw plenty of games last season where a lot of games came down to not finishing once you hear the whistle. But right now, we're going to be quiet. So the Conroe High School Band and the Katy Paetow Band, we're going to play their songs, so we're going to mute ourselves so we can respect the teams and the schools. Thank you, Conroe. Got to give it up to the Conroe High Band. I know that it's not just about the football players. It's about the Golden Girls out there. It's about the band playing. Everybody here at Conroe High School. And, Sam, you're a senior here at Conroe High. What has been what's the momentum been like leading into tonight's football game?
It's been a lot of excitement. We just finished the construction here for the stadium today.
It is
so
very nice.
That's going to make a lot of people happy. You know, the band, they're out there practicing like in the same heat that these football players are practicing, and they have to carry those instruments. So they want to, show off what they've been working on, and they sounded great out there.
As we see on our screen, once we get a lot of the camera work going on, the Golden Girls are starting to line up, and it looks like they're being accompanied by the Dancing Dolls from Pete. Are they still referred to as the Dancing Dolls?
I believe so, yes,
okay.
the Dancing Dolls. And then
Sports fans, join me in giving a round of applause. Our Golden Girls are celebrating
of
junior
the
high
Dancing
night
Dolls. I'm
with
not
the
sure what
dance
those are
teams
called, but
from
I guess
Stockton Junior
it's good to
High
see the junior high out here.
Junior High.
Well, it's opening week. Of course, you want to have everybody here at the stadium to support our Conroe High Tigers. And not only that, we're going to take a quick break so we can pay our ads.
Go with the name you know. Gullo Ford, Gullo Mazda, and Gullo Toyota. The Gullo family has been serving the Conroe Woodlands area since 1970. So the next time you're shopping for a new or used vehicle or just need service, do yourself a favor and go see Gullo Toyota, Gullo Mazda, and Gullo Ford. Or log on anytime at GulloAuto.com. Gullo, let's drive.
This is Donnie Buckaloo with Buckaloo Chevrolet. After 2.5 years, I'm proud to say we have new Chevrolets in stock today and are receiving new inventory daily. At Buckaloo Chevrolet, what you see is what you get. We don't charge market adjustments or added equipment you don't want. The price you see is the price you pay, so don't pay over MSRP. On I-45 in Conroe or shop BuckalooChevrolet.com.
It's a better buy at Buckaloo.
It's not enough to be the leader in robotic-assisted procedures if we're not by your side for every step of your recovery, guiding you back to what makes you, you. Because it's not enough to replace your need if we're not getting you to the moments that can't be replaced. Memorial Hermann, advancing health, personalizing care.
You've got a lot going on, so how do you find time to take care of you? At Houston Methodist, we work around your busy life. There's same-day visits when you're sick, online scheduling with specialists, access to all your records through MyChart, and video visits 24/7 if you need urgent care. Bringing you Houston Methodist's expertise, wherever, whenever you need it.
That's the difference between practicing medicine and leading it. Houston Methodist, leading medicine.
For over 40 years, Wood Forest National Bank has proudly supported the youth and schools of this great community. Our bank has grown through the years, and Montgomery County is our home. With over 30 convenient branch locations right here in Montgomery County, we are your community bank. Next time you're in the area, stop by and say hi. But for now, sit back and enjoy the game.
I want to thank our sponsors for supporting us so we can bring this to you tonight here on the YouTube Conroe ISD Buddy Moorhead Stadium stream. And one of the things leading into tonight is Conroe is coming off of back-to-back seasons of making the playoffs, not to mention having their first winning season since 2008. This is a team that is ready to make a push for their third year in a row making the playoffs and continue this winning record that they have played for. And then also, they have 6 returning starters on their offense, not to mention senior number 13, Nigel Leday. And Nigel has a new quarterback under center for him. The transfer from Grand Oaks is number 11, Christian Nunley. What do you think about all that, Sam?
I think it's a great thing. Coach Hardman, is really getting the guys, in a winning culture of a program. And Nigel, I know him very well. He's an absolute amazing athlete. He plays every sport imaginable. In the 8th grade, he was the goalie on the soccer team.
Really?
And so he played 4 sports that year in 8th grade. So great to see him out here. Great athlete, great guy.
You can hear the crowd starting to get ready as the teams are about to make their way to each of their inflatable tunnels. I see that Katy Paetow has already made it to their side of the field. They are dressed in all white tonight. If you listen to our streams before, I know that Jeremy, who's going to be doing the Woodlands game over at Wood Forest Bank Stadium tonight, he tends to call this the Stormtrooper setup.
Yeah.
It's a little white-on-white action. But we see that here come the Tigers coming out of their field house. smoke coming out in front of the inflatable. They're lining up. They are in their gold tops, black pants, with black helmets this go round. A little quiet out there now. Just waiting for our guys to just start to make their way onto the field. But a couple other things that we were talking about are 3 keys of victory for today. We talked about a lot of...
Here come the Panthers of Paetow High School.
And we talked about what has been going on with the upcoming previous back-to-back playoff seasons, looking for their 3rd one.
I'm driving through LA out in Roscoe. It's shining in here and out in Bronco. I hear the sirens right out the chateau. Run me the info. Try to hit what you did, now you can't close. Cause I get like got it made pro. I made Italian bread like got it made dough. I be all around the man.
And your 2023 Conroe Tigers!
Sick 'em Tigers, the slogan, what we say to the Conroe High alum. Just coming out, watching their hype video, I have to say, I'm hyped up. I'm ready for some football. We're only 5 minutes away from kickoff, but I'm ready for it to start right now. And the Tigers have just ran out of their inflatable. They're going to the north end zone as they're taking a knee. And before anything, we're going to have the entitlement video. We're going to have the junior ROTC make their way to midfield right at the C and the apple. We're going to have the national anthem, coin toss, and then we're going to have some high school football.
We are.
So out of respect for the teams and the school district, we're about to have the ROTC. I see that they are making their way to midfield right now. And we will go ahead and mute ourselves. Sambo?
Yes, sir.
Sam the man?
Yes, sir. I'm excited.
Let's do this.
Let's do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the national anthem by the Conroe High School Band and direct your attention to midfield for the presentation of our national colors by the Conroe High School Army Junior ROTC Tiger Battalion Color Guard. The Color Guard consists of left guard Cadet Corporal Weatherton, right guard Cadet Staff Sergeant Edwards, Texas Color Bearer Cadet Corporal Portillo, National Colors and Color Guard Commander Cadet Sergeant Bland.
Great job by the Conroe High School band doing the national anthem.
Sports fans, remember there are cooling
making
stations
their
located
ways
throughout the stadium. On the concourse
to the south end
and down
zone.
by the scoreboard. If you feel warm, please speak to a stadium employee and they can direct you to the cooling station.
Sam, the referees are getting back over in midfield. The drill team for Katy Paetow is exiting the field. And right to follow will be our Golden Girls. We're going to have the kickoff entitlement coming up. And then our team captains will be making their way to midfield. We get to see who is actually going to get the ball to start off this game.
Yeah, and you know, every possession counts in football, and so we get to see who's gonna, who's gonna make a statement early. Is it gonna be a, score first by the offense, or is this defense gonna come out here and then, shut down the offense? I'm very excited to see who gets the ball first, because this first drive could play a pivotal role into this game.
It just comes back to what we mentioned in pregame, just about conditioning. Mm-hmm. How well have you fared in these hot elements? Because this has been one of the hottest summers on record. Mm-hmm. And I know
Captains.
that UIL regulations
For the
and rules
Paetow
that
Panthers
you can't
this evening, number 7, Prentice,
play a certain amount.
Maddox
and
Prentice,
you might have to move inside.
Adrian Levitt,
Because
Jabari
just with the
Bush.
conditions being outside, it's just you wonder how well have you been conditioned leading up in the offseason.
Number 91, Nicholas Elko.
I mean, and it's not
Number
like it's
77,
any cooler
Joseph
out there right now, even though it's 8 o'clock. The feels like is right at 100, and that is crazy. I'm glad I'm up here in this press box. It's a little it's colder than it is out there. So
I do see that the captains are at
Tigers this evening,
midfield,
number 1,
shaking
Nicholas
hands for
Medina.
entitlement.
Number 4, Tate Trantham. Number 13, Nigel Leday.
Nigel
Number
Leday,
18,
Nick
Isaiah
Medina,
Pruitt.
to name a few of our captains. So Katy is going to defer to the second half, which means Conroe is going to start off with the football. And I believe that they are going to be kicking towards the north end zone. So Katy Paetow is going to be defending the south end zone. North end zone is where the scoreboard is. See coach on sideline with special teams getting ready. And we're just about moments away from kickoff.
it's exciting.
So Paetow's kicker is right there at the 40. And for Conroe, you have Jalen
Back
Mayen
for the Tigers, number 7,
and
D'Amico
D'Amico Green
and number 5,
back receiving
Jalen
for
Mayen.
Conroe.
Sports fans, on your feet, it's time for Texas High School Football!
So Aiden Peacock, actually Omar Yagi, kicks it. And we are officially underway with some high school football.
Yeah.
That is just a 5-yard return for Conroe. That's a generous 5 yards.
On the return, number 24, Tatum Bell.
So Tatum Bell was
brought
on
down
return for
by
the Tigers.
Number 26,
And they will start
Jaden
their
Spellman.
offense at their own 23. Ball on the left hash.
Ball being spotted at the 23-yard line.
There's a flag down.
Good call. Good catch. Don't see what the referee is saying. Looking for our white hat right now. So the penalty is on Conroe. It's going to push them back 10 yards. Probably was a hold right there. Did not see the hold. And now Tigers are going to start deep from their own territory at their own 13. So 1st and 10 at the 13. Man in motion. And it's a handoff as a jet sweep. That was Green
7,
with the
Rebecca
handoff.
Green on the carry for the Tigers.
Only gets.
He's brought down by number 5, Jay Taylor Anderson.
He gets 7 on that carry. Looked like he had a little bit of a stumble right there. Caught himself back up.
8-yard gain.
As he's trying to make a little cut.
That was a hard run there by Dramico. And I really like what I see out of the first play. A little bit of motion across the line. Keeps the defense guessing. And pick up a good gain of 7.
So the Tigers are lined up with trips right. Another man in motion. Another man in motion. Trying to see what this defense is going to do. Nice little quick pass in the flat. There is a flag on the play, though, as they do get the first down. I'm going to wait to see what the referee says, but that was.
To number 7, Tremeco Green. And we do have a penalty marker on the play.
Looked like it was Bryson who got the reception. Bryson Champagne?
I thought it was Dramico again.
You thought it was Dramico?
I believe so. Very active.
Illegal motion on Conroe. So it'll still be 2nd down. From the spot of the original play.
Push him back 5 yards.
Just pushes him back 5. Going to be an official timeout. They're trying to spot the ball right now.
It's the referee's first game, too. They got to get back into the flow of things.
Yeah. Looks like they're finally getting the ball spot. So it's going to be 2nd and 9, maybe 2nd and 10, depending on the spot. Man in motion for Conroe. That is Nigel Leday. So Green breaks a tackle.
Pass complete to Green. Tackle made by.
Green gets 3 on that reception. So it's now going to be 3rd and 5. As we are only just a minute and 20 into their first drive. So under center, nice little handoff, gets some open space. He gets brought down just short of the 45.
Number 1, Nicholas Medina.
So Medina.
Enough yardage for a Tiger first down.
I really like that play there by Conroe. The little handoff to the, not where the running back usually is, but Katy Paetow sent absolute blitz there, trying to get some pressure. And, if you send pressure, you overcommit a little too much, and there was that little gap that Nick Medina was able to get through.
Well, not only was he able to just also break the tackles, but that was a nice 35-yard run, as now it's another handoff with Medina just in between the tackles and just pushes through for a 13-yard carry right there.
Medina with a handoff up the middle.
I like the fact that Conroe is starting to establish some ground game tonight. Starting off with some short passes, but just allowing to just control the clock and are finally in some Panther territory.
Brandon Brown and number 7,
when you don't make those risks early into the game, it allows you to make bigger plays later in the game. Takes those chances later, but when you settle in early, was one of the keys of the game. Makes a big difference.
Tigers are lining up. Looks like they're going to try to do a little trickery right here. It was an incomplete pass by Nunley.
Pass falls incomplete.
But you saw that they
second down.
shifted in the backfield.
Yep.
And it was a handoff to Nunley as he was just rolling out and just kind of, what do we see? Is there another flag?
There might be a flag.
I do see a flag at the Panther 40 at the top of the screen.
But I do like what Conroe's showing us early. It's a lot of trickeration, a lot of motion, just keeping the Panthers defense on their toes.
So it's going to be another penalty on Conroe. That's their 3rd one this evening.
I believe that was an ineligible man downfield.
Just pushes them back 5. So they are now lined back up at the 50. So Nunley gets to play, letting the team know the cadence in the count. 2 running backs in the backfield as they just go empty for the offense. Lede goes in motion, cuts back. Just a little pass up the middle to Green. Finds some open space, gets into the second level. He finally gets pushed out of bounds.
Nunley's pass complete to number 7.
That is a 25-yard reception from Green. Nunley to Green, another first down.
First down.
Looking at it on the replay.
The O-line, they let the whole D-line.
It was more of a screen right there.
It was a design screen. You let those O-line blockers get downfield, and that creates that 25-yard reception there for Jamico, and he's having a great drive so far.
And just let the entire front 3, even 4, they just let him blitz in there and just caught him off guard. So Conroe lining up. Another man in motion. Play action, a little pitch over to Green. Gets a big hole, gets another first down.
Jamico Green on the pitch. He goes around
So
the left
the
side,
Tigers
picks up
are
enough
in the
yardage
red zone for their first
down.
drive of the game. Controlling the clock. We're already at 8 minutes. 40 seconds here.
I mean, just tiring down the Panthers defense early in this game, and even if you can score on this first drive and have a long drive, that's going to play out well for Conroe.
Nunley still in the gun. Another Tiger goes in motion. Nunley's going to keep it as he just trots to the corner of the end zone on the drive. Touchdown. Conroe Tigers, first score of the season.
Touchdown.
What I really liked about that Conroe drive is I believe every play they ran had some form of motion. And that is what's going to help Conroe this year, is really just being able, they have so many good athletes on the offense.
Just great ways to scheme against the defense. Make the defense guess, and especially a lot of man coverage going on and some zone. But we're going to see that for the point after for the Tigers, the snap hold and the kick splits the uprights.
Into the extra point, number 16, Arjit Singh. And he gets it, and our
RJ
score,
Singh
Conroe
gets it.
7.
But just watching the replay,
Paetow, 0.
just seeing him just break the tackles. Nunley just gets through, finds the second level, hits the pay dirt, and just trots into the end zone for the first score of the season. And just got to give your hats off to this Conroe Tiger offense, especially just controlling the clock almost 4 full minutes for that one drive right there.
Yeah, and that creates a statement early. Like, this Conroe team, they came to play. Last year, didn't score a touchdown, only scored those 3 points. This year, first drive, gets that touchdown.
Now we're going to get to see the Panthers line up right now, and Carmelo Wilson is one of the return specialists for them. And I believe it is Yvonne Ah.
Back deep for the Panthers, number 2, Carmelo Wilson. And number 16, Dejan Linton.
I'm sorry, that is number 16,
Teeing
Dejan
it up
Linton.
for the Tigers, number 16, Arjit Singh.
So Singh getting ready to kick it off at the 40. It's got a little bit off from just right there in between the hash marks, favoring the right side, his right, as he's kicking towards the south end zone. Nice booming kick. Oh, they touch it at the 1. They're going to have to come out of it. Nope.
That's going to be a safety. Oh. I
Gotta
guess
wait.
they're
Have to
gonna-
wait for what the referees have
That's
to
true.
say.
They're going to call that a touchback.
Singh's kickoff is down.
What a booming kick, though. RJ, he's got a great leg.
It's like a pistol for a leg.
Yeah. That's like a little line drive. Just
Conroe ISD would like to thank our anchor partners for their support. Gullo Auto Group.
With the touchback,
Buckaloo Chevrolet.
Panthers are going to
Memorial
start their
Hermann,
first
the
drive
Woodlands
tonight
Medical
at the
Center,
25.
Houston Methodist,
We're going to
the
get to
Woodlands
see
Hospital,
just
and Wood Forest,
a few seasons
National
ago,
Bank.
Katy Paetow, they were in 5A, and they won the state championship as 5A.
Yep.
So I want to see how well this team comes out and plays tonight, coming off of a championship pedigree. Quarterback lines up under center, get a draw play, and just gets 10 yards on the
Handoff
first
goes
run.
to number 28, Javon Waldron.
So quarterback Brock
Making the
Nichols
stop, number 4, Tate Trantham
handed
for
off
the
to
Tigers.
Javon Waldron.
First down for the Panthers. Ball being spotted at the 35-yard line.
So it'll be a 1st and 10 at the Panther 35. As they're lining up in the gun now. We're going to see trips left. Nichols talking to Wilson as he's getting lined up. So it's going to be twins right, single man. And you see the Tigers get pressure and barely get the sack.
It was Jaden
Nichols.
Ramos coming
Brock
off that edge
Nichols
hot.
on the
Applied that
quarterback
pressure early.
scamper.
So you just watch the replay right here.
He's brought down by number 92, Jaden Ramos.
You're
of the
right.
Tigers.
Forced the quarterback out of the pocket, making him uncomfortable. Tried to get some yards there, but
Just
ultimately
need to
took it
disrupt the
down.
pocket,
Yep.
let this defense do their work. So the Tigers having 4 down linemen, playing a little tight in the secondary. So we have another play action, a little bit of an option from the Panthers. Just
Number
gets back
28,
to the line of
Javon
scrimmage, so it's
Waldron
going to
on
be
the
a
carry
3rd and
around the
long.
right side.
Tigers
He runs
looking.
into a wall of Tigers.
Tigers are looking
And that'll
to
bring up
just stop this drive.
3rd down.
Just a pack of Tigers right there. Panthers are lining up. Just one man in the sidecar for Nichols. 4 down linemen. Tigers trying to bring pressure. The pocket is collapsing.
Oh,
There is a flag on the play. Multiple
his helmet
flags.
comes off. That is
Just
not
saw
good.
multiple flags.
Yeah.
All the referees threw the flags. As the referees start to talk.
Nichols
Personal
headed to
foul,
the
face
sideline.
mask is going to be on the Tigers. So this is the 4th penalty called on the Tigers tonight. First one on the defense. So this will automatically give the Panthers first down because of the 15-yard penalty and brings them into Tiger territory.
And for the Tigers, that's just an unfortunate penalty right there. You had them, the pocket had collapsed, and then you just get that unfortunate face mask call. And, I mean, he was a lot of pressure coming at Nichols there.
Panthers back in the pistol, man in motion, high snap, delayed handoff. They get 3 on that
carry
run.
for the Panthers. Coming up, making the stop,
That's Caleb
0,
Molina.
Mitch Melton. For the Tigers,
I will applaud the Tigers, even though they had an unfortunate penalty at the end of that. Just are being able to bring pressure, collapsing the pocket, and just making Nichols rush through his reads and just deciding that he has to just keep the ball. So man in motion. We see another flag as a big tackle, just 1 yard. But we're going to see what the referee is going to say.
Quarterback keeper. He's tackled by number 2, Tice Williams of the Tigers. We have a penalty marker on the play.
So we're just closing in on the 5 minutes remaining here in the first quarter. So it's going to be a false start on the offense, going to push him back. Actually, Conroe is going to decline and keep it at 3rd down.
I like that. I mean, you blew up the play. Tice Williams with a great tackle. That was an amazing tackle coming
And you
down
have
from the.
and you have confidence in your defense to make another play because they have been able to put pressure on this Panther offense this evening. So Nichols in the gun, 3-step drop, quick in the middle of the field, more to the right side, but it's incomplete.
Pass intended for number 2, Carmelo Wilson, falls
So
incomplete.
Carmelo Wilson just comes out of his hands.
In under the defense, number 4, Tate Trantham for the Tigers.
With the way that everything's positioned on the field, I think that the Panthers might keep their offense out there and go for it on
and that
4th down.
brings
You're
up
really
3rd
in
down
no man's land.
for the Panthers.
So might as well, you know, you got to answer that touchdown from Conroe.
Nope, I'm seeing they're bringing out their special teams now.
Guess we were wrong.
We can assume, but just tends to happen, especially with it being 20 seconds left on the play clock.
Yeah.
You thought that they were going to keep their offense out there, but who's back there to return for the Tigers? It's looking like it's Tice Williams.
I believe it is.
So coming from the 47. Bounce favoring the Tigers, so it's going to be at the 20.
Omar Yagis punt down at the 20-yard line where the Tigers will take over.
Actually, the referees are going to spot it at the 21.
Sports fans, we would like to remind you there are cooling stations located throughout the stadium. On the
So it's another fresh set of downs for the Tigers. The second drive already causing them 3 and out.
And they can direct you to the cooling station.
Technically turnover on downs, but get to see this offense come back out here, led by junior Christian Nunley. So they're lining up in a spread style offense. Bryson Champagne in motion, just a delayed handoff. And that was Dramico Green again.
Green.
Just gets
Making
back
the
to the
stop,
line of
number
scrimmage.
47, Brandon Brown.
The offense making some substitutions. Nunley in the backfield. He has Nick Medina and Green back there with him. Another handoff to Green as he sweeps left, but there is a flag on the play. So it's going to be a false start. See the line judge already calling the false start
Green
on
with
the
the handoff
Tigers.
around the left side. Coming up, making the stop, number 47, Brandon Brown for the Panthers.
Makes you wonder if the Panthers are going to decline it as what Conroe did, since it's going to be a 3rd and long.
Yeah, as a player, when the coach declines that penalty, it puts a lot of, faith into the defense there. It feels good as a player. It builds confidence as a player, yeah. Like, coach believes in us, guys. We got to get this stop.
Coach knows we can make this stop,
Mm-hmm.
but we need to root for these Tigers and make sure they get another first down.
Yep.
So they did decline it. So it's going to be third.
And about 5.
Third and 5.5,
6.
maybe 6, depending on the spot. So with 4:11 remaining here in the first quarter.
If you're the Tigers right here, you just want to be smart with the ball. You got the early lead. I'd just, you know, pick a safe play. Probably run it here. Run some motion. Try to pick up the first down with Dramico. He's been great tonight.
So they're going to call a timeout. They're almost, play clock almost expired, so they're going to do a quick timeout.
Tigers.
And it's the same personnel that we've been seeing in the backfield.
Conroe
It's usually
ISD would like to thank our founding partners
dual
for their
backs.
support. The Woodland
It's
Sports
been Medina.
Medicine Center, Lone Star College.
It's been Green in the
Ardavia,
backfield. I really
Fidium
am
Fiber
hoping that we get to
Internet,
see just
and
a little
Sam
bit
Houston State
of Lede get
University.
some action.
Yeah.
Because not a lot went his way in the first quarter. Well, we're still in the first quarter. But I want to see the senior make a big play tonight.
Yeah. And really, right now, like the Conroe offense is taking what the defense is giving them. If this Paetow defense is going to allow them to run the ball all over, them, might as well just take it.
They might need to do one of those screens that they did in the previous drive. Just get the defense off guard, let them come. Just a nice little dump over where Green had it in the middle of the field and just found the second level and got 35 yards on that reception. So referees blow the whistle, indicate that the play clock is about to start running again. Nunley with the snap. Handoff to Green. Little stutter step, but does get tackled in the backfield.
Goes to number 7, Jermichael Green. Coming up making the stop.
We are going to see the Tigers
Brandon Brown
punt for their
Gonna
first
bring
time
up
this
fourth
evening.
down for the Tigers. Back deep to receive for the Panthers, number 17, Carmelian Hawkins. And number 16, Arjit Singh in the punt away for the Tigers.
So Singh's back to punt. Little bobble of the snap. The bounce is favoring Conroe. They're going to let it roll, and they're going to call the play dead at, looks like the Panthers' own
Singh's punt
43.
down at the 43-yard line.
So with just 2:46 remaining here in the first quarter, Conroe still leading 7-0. And if you're looking at the graphic that is on display, Conroe has 7. It's not Katy. We're going to need to fix that.
Yeah.
We apologize to those who are wondering, well, why does Katy show 7? We're going to get that fixed for you. Just a little growing pains here tonight. It's the first game of the season.
Yep.
We apologize. Katy with the play action as he gets sacked by the Tigers. That was number 92, Jaden Ramos.
Nichols was the quarterback.
He's
keeper.
been causing some chaos early in this game.
I see that.
Coming up making the stop for the Tigers, Mitch Melton and Jaden Ramos. Brings up second down.
Second, 14.
And this Paetow offense can't really seem to get anything going early. It might have to change up some different looks, show Conroe a different formation.
Well, they're lining up under center. Delayed hand, just a nice little handoff. So they get 4 on that carry. And that was Terrence Johnson.
Number 25, Terrence Johnson on the carry.
And I believe for that play, they took out Nichols, the quarterback, and
Third
had
down.
in.
Yeah, they did sub Nichols on that play. So as you were saying, just trying to change a little bit of the personnel, get some different scheming. Tigers still just bringing their 4 front men.
3rd and long. Might see some pressure here by the Tigers.
So Nichols in the gun. 4 receivers. 2-step drop. He's just going to go ahead and roll right. Nichols pointing to his man. And that was Carmelo Wilson with the reception.
A flag on the play.
Might have been a late hit by the Tigers. It looked like it was
Pass
Mitch
was
Melton
caught by number 2, Carmelo Wilson.
going in,
We do have
trying to sack
penalty
him.
markers on the play.
Waiting for white hat. Referees still conversing. Make sure that they get this call right. Just want to come back to what we were discussing in our little pregame is our 3 keys to the game. One of mine was playing to the whistle, but what were one of your other keys to the game, Sam?
Take all the points you can get and battling through this heat.
Battling through the heat.
Battling through the heat. And settle down early.
Settle down early.
I think the Conroe offense has done a good job of that. They settled down pretty early into that first drive.
So we're still waiting. So it was a hold by the defense. So it's an automatic first down for Paetow, which this will push them into Tiger territory.
And that's been an issue for Conroe for this first quarter. I think we've seen 6 penalties tonight for this Conroe Tiger team, and I don't believe Paetow has committed 1. So that could be a key factor later in this game.
It does come down to the discipline, because also with the elements, it will affect you. Especially this defense has been on the field a lot longer than the Conroe offense. Conroe lining up with 4. Nichols under center. Quick, just finds number 11. Breaks the tackle. So it's the first big play of the night right there
Nichols
for
pass
the
complete
Panthers.
to number 11,
So that was Jabari Bush.
He races down the left sideline, picks up enough yardage for a Panther first down.
So the captain had a nice
Knocking him out of bounds,
3-yard
number
cushion.
8, Conrad Levy for the Tigers.
Gets the first down and gets, what is that called? Rack or yak? Yards after catch?
Rack or yak. I heard run after catch, yards after catch.
I'm a big yak guy.
It's a lot more fun to say.
Yak. Panthers just getting close to the red zone. There's already a flag on the play as it was a handoff over to Johnson.
Penalty marker on the play.
See coach fired up on the sideline for the Tigers. So it looks like the penalty, it's a false start on the offense. Pushes them back 5, so it'll be 1st and 15. Ball on the 31. Tiger 31. Referees making sure that play gets resumed. Nichols back under center. Another handoff between the tackles for Johnson. Playing to the whistle.
Yes, they
And off
are.
goes to number 25, Terrence Johnson. Coming up, making the tackle, number 2, Tice Williams.
So there's Tice again. Seeing some action. Offense making some more substitutions. So Brock Nichols coming back into the huddle. I see Terrence Johnson in the backfield also.
Under center again. They've been under center the majority of this
Playing
drive.
a little bit of a knife formation. Play action. Going for the home run. Looks like we're going to have...
Incomplete.
It's an incomplete. Wide receiver was signaling for a flag after they were
Nichols
playing
pass intended
right
for
there in
number
the end
18,
zone.
Joshua Scott falls incomplete.
It's tight coverage right there.
It was a very tight coverage. And that's the TCU commit Devontae McGee on the coverage there. Devondre ranked 28th in the Houston area.
So he's number 17?
Yep.
All right.
Some really good coverage. He's foot by foot, staying with him.
We're going to call a timeout by the offense.
Timeout, Panthers.
So we're just 15 seconds left here in the first quarter. Sam, what have you liked so far from this defense?
Oh, I really like the chaotic feel they've been playing with, really just trying to get after that quarterback. And then that last play was the first time we saw the quarterback really air it out.
Try to really stretch the field.
We see that the coverage, they're not committing towards the run or anything. Even though they're in that I formation, we saw Devondre McGee stay with his man. I really like this secondary this year. I think Conroe has a really good secondary, and I think we're going to see teams scared to pass against this Conroe defense.
As long as you have these corners and even just these defensive backs that are playing tight and aren't letting these receivers get any extra move on them, trying to slip the coverage, it will be a nice secondary to see these Tigers play with this year.
Yeah.
Because you're trying to also see, can I attempt to just challenge McGee? And right there on that coverage, you saw that he was there man for man right there in the end zone. So the Panthers are in the gun. Clean pocket. That's Jabari Bush with the reception.
Pass complete to number 11, Jabari Bush.
So it's going to be fourth.
Combining on the tackle, Tice Williams and Mitch Meldon.
Makes you wonder if they're going to go for that field goal or if they are going to keep the offense out.
Just to the end of the first quarter.
That is
score, Conroe 7,
the end of the first quarter.
Paetow 0.
We're going to have teams swap positions of the field, and we're going to get to see a little extra time for the Panthers if they're going to actually go for the field goal or if they're going to go for it on fourth down and try to make this an even game. So Conroe leading right now 7-0. We see our coaches, trainers just giving a little pep talks as they're making their way to the opposite end of the field. Nice crowd we have here at Buddy Moorhead, the historic Buddy Moorhead Stadium, and also finally getting through a lot of the renovations that went on in the offseason.
Yep, they got the new portion right behind the south side of the end zone. It's a very nice weight room that overlooks the football field. It is an absolute beautiful weight room. Was in there the other day.
Were you pumping some iron?
I was not. We were just, I played golf, and so we were in there just hanging around, looking at the new facility.
You know, Tiger Woods changed the way that golf was played, especially
yeah.
whenever he started just lifting, trying to get a lot of power into his swing. You got your Bryson DeChambeau. We don't need to talk about PGA right now. We're here for some high school football. So it is 4th and 4. The Panthers are going to go for it. They're keeping their offense on the field.
And if I'm Paetow, I'm looking to get this ball out early.
So Nichols is in the gun. We do see Johnson in the backfield to his left. 3-step drop. And he just fumbles it. Is recovered by Conroe. And he is going for it. He's at the 40, 30, 20, 10. Touchdown, Tigers.
Fumble on the play, recovered by number 94, Ty Turner. And he
Ty Turner
for the Tigers.
Takes it,
Touchdown.
house call, but there is a flag
Might have been
in
some
the end zone.
extracurricular
And we
after
have a
that
penalty
play.
marker on the play.
There is a rule that you aren't allowed to celebrate in the end zone.
But, I mean, the pressure, just this constant pressure from this Conroe defense. And Nichols really needed to get that ball out early. Conroe sent the heat, and Nichols felt it.
Looked like he had a clean pocket at first. I'm looking forward to seeing that replay. So the PAT team going to wait to see what The official call is on the field. Right now, Conroe leading 13-0. Talking with Coach. Are they going to assess it on the PAT, or are they going to put it on the kickoff?
I believe they chose on the kickoff.
Sportsmanlike on the...
In to attempt the extra point, number 16, Arjit Singh.
Looks like they are going to assess it on the kickoff. Ball is lined up at the 3. Singh ready to kick it for the extra point attempt. Kick is good.
Kick is good. Bring our score. Conroe.
So here's the replay.
13, Paetow.
Nichols, it looked like he had a clean pocket,
0.
but he was tackled.
That's Matthew Westmoreland causing havoc. Forced the fumble and then
Reservations for 6. That was a house call.
Yeah.
And as you can see in the angle right here, you see the new weight room facility and everything that they just adjusted here. A lot of the renovations that they made here at Conroe High School.
With the new gym, replacing the old historic pit.
I know. I remember Operation Graduation for me many, many years ago. We're not going to go too far into it. Don't need to go into how long I've been removed from Conroe High School, but it is a pleasure to be back here and calling a game for my alma mater. Sikkim Tigers. I can see the gentleman working in the booth next to me. I have great crew bringing this coverage for you. Seeing the replays, seeing the masters calling our games. We're orchestrating everything, a little behind-the-scenes coverage.
There's a lot that goes on behind the scenes.
Teeing it up for the Tigers.
So it's a 15-yard penalty, so the Tigers are going to be kicking off from their own 25 from the unsportsmanlike call.
Yeah, this might cause a little bit of uncertainty here for the Tigers and a little dangerous.
That's a booming kick. It's going to get returned at the 15. Plenty of time to look for a lane, but it's another fumble, and the ball is coughed up. It looks like
Tice Williams.
Are they going to signal? It is Conroe. Oh, nope, they're still signaling
the
that.
Play recovered by the Tigers, but we do have a penalty marker on the play.
So there is a penalty.
A lot going on this kickoff.
So let's see. Starting at the 15. So it's Petaway, but Tyson Williams right there.
And the Conroe offense is going out on the field.
They did signal that it is Conroe ball. We still don't know what the penalty was. Well, they're bringing the ball all the way back to where the kickoff was. Because the penalty, the flag was down right where the kick team was. So they're talking with the line judge.
Somebody might have been, I don't know. We're going to re-kick?
Just wait for what the referees have to say. So. Still waiting. The offense is coming off the field. It will be the kick team that will make their way. Still a little uncertainty of what's going on in the field.
Yeah, I don't think they made an announcement of what had happened on that play.
See the referee holding the ball at the 20-yard line. So Conroe's going to kick it off, and now it's 5 yards push back over at the 20. All right. So the turnover is voided out. The penalty was on Conroe. They were pushed back 5, and they're re-kicking at their own 20. This is where later in the game a lot of these discipline is going to have to come in, especially since Conroe has had more penalties this evening.
A lot more.
Seeing his back, getting set. So he was able to kick it all the way to the 15 when it was at the 25. See if he can get it over at the 20, maybe even push it back to that 15. So another booming kick, starting off at the 18. And that, with Terrence Johnson, the running back for the Panthers,
On the return for the
finding
Panthers,
plenty
number
of
25,
space,
Terrence Johnson.
gives them excellent
He
field
returns it
position
just shy
to
of the
start this
50-yard
drive,
line.
just right at midfield for the Panthers. Defense is already on the field for the Tigers, waiting to see the scheme that the offense is going to come out with the Panthers. This is just 11:32 remaining in the first half. Conroe leading 14-0, ball at the 47. And you see Nichols lining up with the offense. Looks like they're going to be back in that I formation. Don't really see that many formations like this with the offense. Got a fullback and a tailback, 2 wide receivers. This is another handoff, little juke in the backfield, but he is tackled.
Javon Waldron on the carry for
So
the
that
Panthers. Takes it over the left side.
Javon
where
Waldron
he's met
for the
by
Panthers.
number 2, Tice Williams.
Just
no
back
gain
at the
on
line of
play. That'll
scrimmage.
bring up second down.
Yeah, this Conroe run defense has been pretty impressive tonight. Not many big run plays.
They've only given up maybe one play over 10 yards.
Yeah. And that's what you like to see. You got that 4-down lineman really stacking the box well.
Especially minding your gaps and getting in there, putting on the pressure. So a huge overthrow by Nichols. He was looking for Wilson.
Nichols' pass intended for Carmelo Wilson falls incomplete.
And there was
He was trying to challenge McGee again.
Again, yeah. I don't.
Well, that was just a quick pass because we were expecting just another run, just especially with that formation. Just a nice little 2-step drop. Got the ball in his hands, looked quick downfield, and just was trying to put faith in his receiver. So it's 3rd and 10. Ball at the right hash. Panthers in the gun. 3-step drop. Pocket collapsing. Look in the middle of the field. McGee right there again.
Nichols' pass falls
Like a
incomplete.
little post pass. Incomplete.
McGee was
Intended
with him
for
that
number
whole
17,
time. If there was a
Carmelian
replay on this,
Hawkins.
McGee does a little
That'll bring up
spin
4th
move
down.
to stay with his man, and he caught up to him.
McGee had about like an arm's length that
Yeah.
he knew what he had, and he was actually reaching because it was an overthrow. So McGee was right there.
McGee's been looking like the TCU commit that he is.
So I see that Jalen Mayen is back to return for the Tigers. He's at the 20.
Flag on the play.
Probably a delay game.
Yes, it is.
And a punt for the Panthers, number 35, Clarence Mitchell.
second punt right here from the Panthers. Signaling for the fair catch is Mayen. They're going to call
Punt was fair caught.
down at the 31. So this will be the third time we're going to get to see this Tiger offense tonight.
Conroe will have 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
So with 10:34 remaining in the first half, Conroe is going to attempt to continue to build on this lead.
And that was a big stop by the defense. I mean, Paetow started with some great field position and just wasn't able to capitalize off of that.
Wasn't able to execute. So Nunley in the gun. Plenty of time. Pocket collapses, runs away with it, and just gets 2 on
Nunley with the
run.
quarterback keeper. Bringing him down, number 8, Adrian Ledet.
I will compliment that Panther defense. Nunley was making some reads and didn't see anything, so he decided to keep it as the front four were making their way to him. But it looks like they were lining up with 5 guys right now. You have 4 down linemen, and it looks like a linebacker's playing off the edge, and that's going to be a free play.
Oh, they blow it dead.
They're going to blow it dead. And that was the first time we actually get to see a ball go Leday's way. So, offsides by the defense. Some free yardage, which will make it 2nd and 3. Guys lining back up. The offense is getting a lot of these plays from the sideline. It tends to happen a lot, what you see now in high school football, and even in college. You just signaling and having the plays, just routine stuff, as the Tigers are lined up with 4 wide receivers. 1 back in the backfield. Linemen are calling their plays. It's a quarterback keeper, bootleg. Plenty of space. Nunley gets the first down.
Number 11, Christian Nunley goes around the right side, picks up enough yardage for a Tiger. First down.
Nice little quarterback keeper there. Jermico had an absolutely great block, allowed the quarterback to get to the edge, pick up those good yards, and approaching enemy territory here.
Just right at midfield. Tigers lining back up. I believe Green's in the backfield. Leday in motion. Nunley gets it to Leday. Plenty of room. Gets to the second level. 10 yards. Just a little shoestring tackle right there. I think that was number 1, Jamal Comp.
Nunley's pass complete to number 13, Nigel Leday.
Comedy from
And he picks up enough yardage for a Tiger.
No, that was no. I was wrong. That was actually Cruz gets the shoestring tackle. But the Tigers are back in Panther territory with a fresh set of downs. Plenty of time. Throws in the middle of the field. Bobbles just out of Leday's hands.
Tried to make the bobbling catch.
Broken up by number 33, Sione Cruz.
He had a good cut. And it was right in front of him. Just it was so fast. I'm sure he was
Coverage was right there.
Coverage was right there. But the offense from these Tigers are being able to move downfield and just continue to execute. So Nunley in the gun.
Handoff goes to
that was
Medina. Around the right side.
See, and that's a
Breaking him down, number
pro
8,
Conroe
Adrian
has here. Is they have such a
and number
good running back
90.
depth. When you have Medina,
And you also have Green.
yeah, that's scary for defenses. You see one come off the field, you're like, all right, I get a break. But then you see the other one come right back on.
And we've also been able to see Nunley just keep the ball and run with it as well. A lot of confidence in the playmakers for this offense. It's a little high snap as it's a keeper with Nunley as he gets just following his blockers. Is he going to get there? Just short. Just short.
With the quarterback keeper around the left side.
Nice bootleg.
Takes it down inside the
Design
5-yard
run,
line.
play action, little
Picks up
RPO
enough
action,
yardage
which
for
you're going to see
Tiger.
right here.
First down.
So you got your high snap, play action to Medina, and just following his blockers. You got to give it up to Tyler Wise. And I believe that was also Braylon Reese just still sticking with the corner. So Nunley's going to keep it again, but is tackled in the backfield. Another play action over.
Nunley brought down by Carmelo Brooks for the Panthers.
They're favoring the left side a lot tonight.
Yes, they are. Basically ran the exact same play, trying to catch the defense off guard again. But this time, the Paetow defense was ready for it and tackles him for a loss.
If it worked well before, why not do it again?
Old cliche, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
There you go. So Nunley in the gun. Man in motion. Still staying in motion. Little play action. Going to find Medina in the flat. Gets the touchdown for the Tigers as they get 6 more. Tigers 20. Paetown 0.
And we have seen Conroe score 3 different touchdowns tonight. A run, a pass, and that fumble recovery. They're doing it at all the levels.
And for those of you who are watching with us, I just want to let you know that, yes, I know the graphic on the bottom does say Paetow 21, Conroe 0, but it's actually Conroe 21, Paetow 0.
Paetow 0.
Nice little pass right there. Conroe 3 for 3 with scoring. Hear a little Tiger boogie in the background. Yes. So Sam, right before pregame, we were just having a little bit of conversation. I was asking a lot about what was going on this week. So you were telling me that there were not any pep rallies for leading up to opening weekend.
There were not. And I'm not sure as to why. Possibly the construction of the stadium, possibly the fact that it got up to highs of in the mid 100s.
That is true.
The feels like was above 110, so, and then you try to hold it, you know, still a lot of construction going on.
I am loving the renovations here at Conroe High School. As Scene kicks it, it is returned at the 5. Plenty of space. Williams just...
Number 25, Terrence Johnson on the return.
Yeah, Johnson just getting plenty of momentum. He's putting on the burners.
What I've been really liking about the Conroe offense is the time their drives have taken when they've scored.
Controlling some clock,
really
eating up some minutes, and giving your defense plenty of time to rest on the sideline, especially in these high heat.
Both scoring drives for Conroe have been about 4 minutes, and that's giving your defense. The defense is going to be happy when you got that 4-minute break. Some fresh legs to the defense out there on the field.
And do see the misters. At least the Tigers have some misters on the sidelines for them. So it's another handoff.
Handoff goes to Terrence Johnson.
So Johnson on the carry again, gets tackled at the line of scrimmage.
Coming up, making the stop, number 42, Deshaun Richard for the Tigers.
So the gold and white are
That'll bring up 2nd and 10
technically
for the
they're
Panthers.
gold and black tonight. But the school colors are gold and white. But they are just making these stops effectively for this defense, especially for the home opener, for your home crowd. I do see Nichols in the gun. Johnson in the backfield with him. Quick slant.
Nichols pass
That was
complete to
Joshua
number
Scott.
18, Joshua Scott.
It's going to bring
Fitz,
up third.
number 17,
short.
Devondre McGee.
So it will be 3rd and short for the Panthers.
Last time this Panthers offense had a 3rd and short, pressure came, Nichols fumbled, and Conroe took it to the house. So see what happens here.
Ooh, little high snap. Nichols probably going to throw it away. So it goes incomplete.
Nichols' pass falls incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down.
You're right.
Punt team back out for the Panthers. Officials are calling the play down dead for a second. Was it a timeout? Looks like it was a false start by the defense. Looks like Jalen Mayen is back to return for the Tigers. It's a high punt as he's signaling for the fair catch.
Punt was fair caught at the 45-yard line. Tigers will take over 1st and 10.
Tigers are going to get it at their own 45. Excellent field position. They're looking to put more points on the board. So just under 5 minutes left here in the first half. We're going to get to see the actual Tiger Band and Golden Girls right here at the halftime show. And Sam and I will be off air. And we'll let you see how the band and
The
drill
band.
team dances tonight. Nunley rolls right. It's going to keep it and runs out of bounds. And there is a flag for a late hit by the defense.
Nunley on the carry around the right side. Penalty marker on the play.
Yeah, if you're the Paetow defense, you're probably a little flustered. You've given them 21 first half points, and that's just a mistake. The quarterback was clearly about to go out of bounds. There's no need to have that little extracurricular hit there. That's going to be some extra yards for Conroe.
I know that it's hard to just kind of go put yourself at a complete halt whenever you have that momentum going. But you see that he's making his way towards the sideline, so there's no reason for you to attempt to just push him out of bounds. Fresh set of downs for Conroe. Now back in Panther territory. Ball at the right hash. A little miscommunication by the defense. Not sure what they were going to look up against, but Nunley just had another little keeper. Looked like he had just the biggest hole right in
Yeah.
front of him, just being able to just stutter step and just make his way through, just watching right here on the replay.
Yeah, that might have came from that miscommunication from the defense. Defense was scrambling to get set on the line, and
He's making Cruz. Cruz is actually sticking with them. The defensive back for the Panthers. So it's 2nd and short. This man was in the gun, and then Nunley's keeping it. And it's Cruz right there on the tackle again for the Panthers.
Nunley on the
It's
carry around the
another
right side,
first
picks
down.
up enough yardage for a Tiger first down.
See the Tigers waiting for the play from coach. It's a lot of loose coverage right now from the Panthers. Nunley gets it. Looks like he's got reservations for 6. He piles through with his shoulder. There is a flag.
Nunley takes the ball around the right side, knocked out of bounds. Inside the 5, we do have a penalty marker on the play.
And wait to see what the referee said. I guess it's going to be 1st and goal for the Tigers. Thought Nunley had the touchdown. So the penalty is going to be on the offense. So the penalty from the spot. Still be 1st down for the Tigers, as they are in the red zone. So it'll be 1st and short. Looks like 1st and 2. We have ourselves a timeout on the field. While we have a little bit of downtime, just want to talk to you about, since you have found us here on the stream, thank you for joining us. And just so you know, throughout the entire season, if you are interested in watching more of the Moorhead Stadium stream on YouTube, be sure that you give us a follow. Because if you go there, you like and subscribe our channel, there's even a little bell that will notify you when we go live. You can even set yourself a timer for when we go live, so you can follow us on our YouTube channel, so you don't have to set a reminder. It'll automatically let you know on either your smartphone, your smart TV, whatever it is, even if you're watching on your laptop. Tigers lining up, 1st and 10 in the red zone, looking to put 6 more on the board. Finds a wide open man in the middle of the field.
Tiger touchdown. Touchdown was caught by number 9, Tyler Weiss.
So Tyler Weiss with the reception, getting his first touchdown just wide open in the middle of the end zone, just in between the hash marks.
there was
no one on
no
him.
one within about an 8-foot vicinity. Some busted coverage there.
The Panthers have been playing with that loose coverage tonight. Seeing with the extra point, and it is good. So as you can see on our graphic at the bottom, it is finally correct. Conroe leading 28 to 0.
Paetow, 0.
So just a quick reminder for everyone that the channel that we have, it's the Conroe ISD Athletics - Moorhead Stadium channel. And you just click that subscribe button, and there's that little bell to the left of that subscribe word. It'll let you know when we're going live. We have a lot of great faculty and sponsors bringing you this coverage of high school football here for the Conroe Independent School District. So the Tigers are lined up back at the 40, ready to kick it off. See two Panthers back at the 7-yard line. Right down the middle. They're going to say, no, thank you. We are going to let this be a touchback.
For a touchback.
It'll be 1st and 10 at the Panther 25 with just 3:07 remaining here in the first half.
It's been a good first half.
It has favored the Tigers.
It has.
A lot of good momentum going into this game. Hometown crowd. See the Tigers with their front four. Nichols gets a snap. It's a handoff between the tackles.
Handoff goes to Javon Waldron.
So that was Javon Waldron for the Panthers.
Coming up making the tackle, Jaden Ramos for the Tigers.
Jaden Ramos right there
Bring
again
up second
for
and
the
5
Tigers.
for the Panthers.
Looking for Mitch Melton, number 0, to make some plays. One of the top guys for this middle linebacker for the defense.
This pass complete. They pick up enough yardage for a Panther first down.
A little quick pass there. Quarterback finally went to the other side that Devondre McGee is not on.
Trying to challenge, I believe it's what, Isaiah
I
Pruitt?
believe that is Isaiah Pruitt on the other side.
Just nice little quick pass in the flats. A lot of extra protection.
Handoff goes to Waldron up the middle.
It's just that Tiger front
Coming up making
four
the tackle.
being able
Matthew
to put a
Westmoreland
lot of pressure right there in
and
the
Ramon
trenches.
Laura.
And they're the ones that are coming out in this battle a lot tonight.
Yeah, I've been noticing that a lot. The just collapse in the run, the Paetow just trying to run it right up the gut, and this Conroe front four is just not letting him.
Playing to the whistle. Hitting your mark. Nichols handed it off again over to Johnson. But just 4 Tigers right there. That was number 4, Tate Trantham.
Terrence Johnson on the carry. Coming up making the stop, Tate Trantham for the Tigers.
So we have a minute and a half remaining here in the first half. As the clock's winding down, it's going to be a 3rd and long for the Panthers. Still deep in their territory. Ball on the 41. You can hear the band on the home side getting ready for the halftime show. It looks like there's another sack by the Tigers. That's Matthew
Nichols brought down behind the
Westmoreland.
line by number 10, Matthew Westmoreland.
Just watch him on this replay.
mean-
Just untouched.
And he's been an absolute force on this defense, causing that forced fumble that led to the touchdown, and now a big sack here to close, almost to close out the second half. I believe Conroe called timeout to stop that clock. Try to get another quick
Trying
score.
to just get another 6 right before halftime, especially since the Panthers are going to be getting the ball back in the second half. It's just Westmoreland just mowing through that line,
Yeah.
getting past those linemen.
I believe he just split right between the right tackle and the right guard. Got to the quarterback, brought him down.
Just leading the pack. So Mayan at the 30 for the Tigers, looking for the kick return, for the punt return. Just 51 seconds left here in the first half. So it's a high punt. It's going to take it, going to the right side, finding a little gap, but there's another flag
On the return for the Tigers,
right at
number
the
5,
Z
Jalen Mayan.
for the Conroe Independent School District. That's the logo right there. Waiting for head referee.
I also see an official's hat on the ground, so
If you don't have a flag, that's usually where you're calling the spot
yeah,
of the
there
play.
might be.
So that's what the umpire did.
Yeah.
All right.
We've seen a lot of flags on the special teams here today.
There's a lot of laundry tonight.
Yeah,
I didn't know it was laundry day.
me either.
So it looks like there was a block in the back and unsportsmanlike conduct from the Tigers. So where the spot of the foul is,
That is going to push him way back.
so it's about 15 yards. No, it will be a 15-yard penalty. Maybe more, depending on the spot. Yeah, 15 yards. I'm seeing where the actual spot was, where they initially caught the return. So it's going to be 1st and 10 at the 19 for the Tigers. So they have 81 yards to make it downfield in 40 seconds. Looking for the home run in the middle of the field, just short.
Nunley's pass falls incomplete, intended
So
for number
Nunley.
3, Bryson Champagne.
Looking for Bryson Champagne.
And I like this aggressive play call by the Tigers. You know, they could just, run out the clock, take their 28-point lead going into halftime, but, they want more. You have all the momentum right now. Might as well take a shot deep. And that's what they did.
Like that assessment, Sam.
Thank you.
Just watching the offense. They're going empty, so you know this is going to be a pass unless it's going to be another keeper. Leday in motion, play action. So it is a quarterback keeper. Nunley just runs out of bounds.
Nunley with a quarterback keeper runs out of bounds, bringing up 3rd down.
So it's a 3rd and long for the Tigers, just under 30 seconds here.
Big question is, what do you do here? It's 3rd and long. You wasted some time on those first 2 plays.
You're still pretty far back in
Yeah.
your own territory. If you just run the clock down some, if you get a 1st down, you have 3 timeouts to work with. Actually,
Yeah.
they still have 2 timeouts to work with. And finally seeing Green again. We haven't seen Green since the first. Just leaps over a player, just trotting down
Number
the
7,
sideline, and they're going to
Jamaica
rush.
Green on the carry,
So he gets the 1st down,
runs out of
gets
bounds.
out of bounds, just gets
At the
out of bounds.
21-yard line.
Nope, doesn't get the 1st down. I thought he got the 1st down. They called him down, so his foot went out of bounds. Just made it look like he had it.
He is pumped up, though, over that hurdle.
That was a nice hurdle.
It was very nice. Absolutely clears the defender.
He was hopped up on something.
Mm-hmm.
Mountain Dew.
Maybe a little.
Oh, that was a block punt. And it looks like the defense for the Panthers are going to recover
Block
it in the
punt
end zone.
recovered by the Panthers in the end zone.
So they get their
Touchdown,
first
Paetow.
touchdown of the night. Singh was trying to fall on the ball. It would have been a safety if he fell on it. Didn't have a good eye on it, and then 3 Panthers in the end zone for the recovery. But the referees are conversing. We'll see what they're going to say.
There is that flag down over by the...
Oh, there is. So there is a flag down. I do see a towel over near the 50. I'm curious if somebody needs to pick that up. Trying to see if we can hear them out there. So the penalty's on the defense. Is going to replay a 4th down.
And that is a big break for the Tigers.
Very. Okay. So the punt team is back. Singh gets the snap and gets it off just in time to not get blocked again. And that just went off of Tiger's helmet. We're going to see where they're going to spot it. Is there another penalty on the play?
Singh's punt was down at the 46-yard line.
Seems like every other play. There's some...
Just waiting for the referees. They're conversing because if there's no penalty, the ball's going to be spotted at the Panther, looks like at the Panther 18.
5 seconds left to go in the half.
So for those of you watching, the white hat is the lead official. He's talking with Coach.
He's been busy tonight.
Just a little bit. They're spotting it. From the 31. I think that's where the ball hit the player's helmet. I think that they're going to do a handoff. I thought they were going to take a knee and call it. But that
Run play over the right
expires
side,
time
making the stop,
for the
number
first
4,
half.
Tate Trentham.
So
That
as
brings us
the
to halftime
first
with
half
our
concludes,
score, Conroe 28.
Conroe's
Paetow,
leading against
0.
Katy Paetow 28-0. We're going to show you a couple first half highlights coming up. And then we're going to get to see a lot. We're going to get to see the Paetow band and drill team, and then we're going to see the Conroe Tiger Band and Golden Girls. And as they are going to be giving you your halftime experience for the little showtime, we will take a break. It'll be Sam and me. But before that, as everyone's getting ready to make their way to the field for that, Sam.
Yes.
So you've taken a lot of notes that first half.
I have. I've got down the drive sheet, and Conroe just really dominating the run game early. You know, when you have the ability to run with both your running back and the quarterback, it brings a lot of versatility to that backfield. Creates a lot of confusion for that defense, especially on that read option.
And Conroe was able to not only move the ball with Green and also with Nunley and then Medina. They just, with the two running backs and then Nunley keeping it, you had a touchdown off of a fumble recovery. You had 2 passing touchdowns, and then you also had the rush by Nunley. It's just a nice spread assortment coming in offensively by the Tigers. While you do see them running the ball a lot, but just being able to actually still execute by passing. But we're just going to hold off on the first half highlights, and we're just going to be right here with you. And we're going to take a short break and let you enjoy the halftime shows from both schools. And we will be back with the Panthers returning in the third quarter. So here you go. Jackson Cochran, Sam Mulry, taking a break. See you shortly. Enjoy the show.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the field your Paetow High School Silver Strutter Dance Team. Social officers for the Silver Strutters are Secretary Maya Mejia, Historian Ruby Rodriguez, Spirit Coordinator Lily Catrola, Vice President Jenna Martinez, and President Tamara Kujip. The dance officers for the Silver Strutters are Junior Lieutenant Samantha Lopez, Senior Lieutenant Abigail Aguilar, Senior Lieutenant Allison Jordan, Lieutenant Colonel Kiera Harris, and Colonel Vanice Grant. The Strutters are under the direction of Christine Deasy and Jessalyn DeCesare. Please enjoy as the Silver Strutters perform their streamer jazz routine to Starships. Now please welcome to the field the Paetow High School Marching Band. Joining us from Katy, Texas, please welcome to the field the Paetow High School Marching Band. The Color Guard Veteran of the Week is Sasha Auten. The Color Guard New Member of the Week is Adi Frutis. The New Member of the Week is Marquez Wynn. The Student Leader of the Week is Polina Brodsky. And the Section of the Week for the Paetow Band is the Color Guard. The Paetow Band's 2023 production is entitled The Downward Spiral. Musical selections include the following: Make Your Own Kind of Music, School for Scandal, Hurt, and Paint It Black. Paetow High School is proud to present in football exhibition drum majors Polina Brodsky, Krista Dianu, Brian Rivera, Victoria Thornton, and the Paetow High School Marching Band. Ladies and gentlemen, the Paetow High School Marching Band. The Paetow Band is under the direction of Greg Redner, Kevin Thompson, and Andre Edwards, with assistance from musical designer and arranger Alex Thody, visual designer Luke Zamprelli, percussion design Andy Filipiak and Taha Ahmed, color guard director Adara Joyner, dance company directors Christine Deasy and Jesslyn DeCesare, percussion instruction Anthony Rodriguez and Dwight Benjamin. The Paetow Band program was established in 2017 with a dedication to excellence in performance and community involvement. The Paetow Marching Band has earned the coveted Sweepstakes Award in UIL Marching Contest every year of its existence, advancing to the UIL Area Contest in every year of eligibility. Please give it up for the often imitated but never duplicated, the blue and black acoustic attack, the Paetow High School Marching Band. and gentlemen, it's showtime! Introducing the pride of Conroe, the Conroe High School Golden Girls, under the direction of Victoria Farrell, Assistant Hillary Britton, and Assistant Emily Mendoza. The Golden Girls would like to thank their top Tiger sponsors, A-Line Logistics, the BIM firm, PLLC, Center for Justice and Research, Deco Brave Digital Design Studio, Double R Tires, Poolworks Conroe, and True Texas Solar for their support. Spirit Girl of the Week is Caitlin Copey. Golden Girl of the Week is Lillian Broussard. Military Officer of the Week is Amanda Macias. Social Committee members are Jordan Graham, Mackenzie Johnson, Camille Rickwolt. Military officers are Lieutenant Taylor Gagliardini, Lieutenant Natalie Flores, First Lieutenant Amanda Macias, Lieutenant Colonel Ariana Mariscal, First Lieutenant Colonel and JV Mentor Addison Barber, and Colonel Olivia Carper. Tonight, the Golden Girls will be performing a jazz routine to Hit the Road, Jack. Take it away, Golden Girls! Celebrating one of the greatest academic traditions in Texas since 1900, award-winning Conroe High, under the leadership of Principal Dr. Tasha Smith, along with Dr. Curtis Knowles, Superintendent of the Conroe ISD, celebrating 130 years of excellence. Together proudly present one of the oldest bands in Texas as it celebrates its 94th birthday this year. Please give a big welcome to the legendary Conroe Tiger Band! Under the direction of band directors Billy Skembos, Aaron Hernandez, Jake Rollins, and color guard director Michael Henson. Section of the week, the Tubas! Today, the band presents their spirit show, including the hit Smells Like Teen Spirit by Nirvana and Tiger favorite Eye of the Tiger by the classic rock band Survivor. Drum majors Nevaeh Chavez, Kira Flores, Mackenzie Montalvo, and Haley Moore, you may now take the field. Again, ladies and gentlemen, celebrating an award-winning band tradition since 1929, please welcome the legendary Conroe Tiger Band. Conroe High, one of the greatest high school traditions in Texas, has earned titles and championships in every activity offered in every decade since 1900. We celebrate our past while working toward the future. Conroe High, a proud tradition of excellence for 130 years. And now, for Conroe alumni and faithful everywhere, stand proud and rejoice in the greatest high school fight song of all time, celebrating America's greatest generation from 1947. Here is Air Cannon's Tiger Boogie! On behalf of Conroe High, we wish the student body, faculty, and staff of Paetow High School a great school year, and we wish the Paetow Band a successful season. Conroe Tiger Band would like to extend special thanks to the administration of Conroe High School and Conroe ISD for their incredible support. We would like to also thank all of the band boosters, band parents, and their tireless efforts of supporting their band in their efforts to reach new heights. Conroe, great students, great school, great parents, a great community. We are Conroe! Sick 'em, Tigers!
Thank you for enjoying that halftime show spectacular from both bands, from Paetow and also from our Conroe Tigers. Sam, we haven't really talked about what's been going on in our district tonight.
No, we haven't.
And I forgot to cover that a little earlier during the broadcast, just the fact that last year was whenever they had the expansion. So we have more teams in district now. So now there's
Sports fans, please remember there are cooling stations located throughout the stadium and on the concourse.
Yeah, that's right. There's only 2 non-district games, and then they go straight into district because we have.
If you feel warm,
Willis
please speak to one of the
Wildcats,
stadium
Cleveland
employees, and they can
Indians,
direct you towards the
Katy,
cooling station.
College Park. Grand
Also,
Oaks, Oak
sports
Ridge,
fans, we do have water
Woodlands.
stations located on the concourse.
So now, district play starts a whole lot sooner. And that being said, let's get a little bit of what's been going on in the district. Obviously, last night, we know that the Grand Oaks Grizzlies, they lost to Aldine Nimitz Cougars 20-7. And they played over at Woodforest last night. Right now, College Park, they're winning against Cinco Ranch, and they're on the road, so they're playing at Katy Cinco Ranch, and then the score right there is 35-19. And right now, Oak Ridge tied it up 7-7 against the Brenham Cubs.
And here come the Panthers.
Right now, our Conroe Tigers are leading the Paetow Panthers, and it's 28-0. Cleveland is trailing the Splendor Wildcats 28-0. Wildcats, the Willis Wildcats, are just running up the score against the Brian Rudder Rangers, and that's a 52-21.
Yeah, when you have the 5-star quarterback in DJ Lagway, that's really gonna help your offense for Willis.
That is true. Isn't he recruited? Isn't he confirmed with Texas A&M? Oh,
Florida.
Florida. Okay.
I believe he was committed to Florida for a little bit now.
Okay.
DJ,
and then the Woodlands, they're just a couple miles south of us. They're playing over at the bank tonight, and they're playing against North Shore, and they're trailing 24-7 from what I see, and they're at halftime right now as well. And the other team, I forgot to mention Caney Creek, they play tomorrow, and they're going to be going up to Pasadena for the Pasadena Rayburn Texans. And we'll have the
And here
Panthers,
come the Tigers.
we'll have the Panthers conclude this first week of high school football for District 13 6A.
6A.
And just remember that the Panthers are going to be returning since they deferred at the coin toss. Since it's a 28-0, makes you wonder if they've talked with both coaches if they're going to consider running the clock nonstop, or if it's just going to go into the third quarter, and then maybe in the fourth quarter they'll accelerate the clock and not have any stoppage. Tends to happen whenever it's a one-sided game, but still early because we haven't even kicked off with the second half yet. We still have 24 minutes left of football remaining tonight. And I know that it's closing in on the 10 o'clock. Just feels
a lot different.
Does feel a lot different, especially since we
push.
had that late start due to the heat index. But I'm looking forward to seeing what adjustments both teams made, especially on the home side. See if they're talking to the team, getting them more disciplined. Try not to have as many penalties, because that's the only thing that really hurt the Tigers in the first half was a lot of the penalties.
And the good thing for the Tigers is those penalties, they didn't, have that snowball effect and turn into points for Katy Paetow. They capitalized off of their mistakes and limited.
Because actually Katy, the Panthers, they had that one penalty whenever they had the block punt, and that they recovered in the end zone.
Crucial. That
it could have been 28-7. 28-7. So Singh kicks it off, and
number 25, Terrence Johnson on the
looks
return
like that was
for the
Terrence
Panthers.
Johnson
Leading the charge for the Tigers, number 4, Tate
checking out the
Trantham.
replay. So Singh likes to favor the right side of the hash. So there's just a little bit of a bobble on the return. Only 3 yards for Paetow right there. Going to see what adjustments the offense made for this first half, or for this second half. So I do see Nichols in the gun. Looks like they're playing a little bit of the pistol formation. Little handoff. Nice hole for the offense.
There's Devondre again.
Nichols hands off to number 28, Javon Waldron.
So Waldron
coming up making the
gains
stop,
4.
number 17, Devondre McGee for the Tigers.
Just a huge hole right there. Little stutter step right. Great vision. Positive yards. Short yard game, but still, you always want to get those positive yardage. They're back in the I formation. Turn to a power I. It's another handoff. Panthers sticking with this ground game. Looks like we're going to have
Number
a penalty
28,
for some extra
Javon Waldron
after the
on the
whistle's
carry.
blowing. Actually, don't
Going to
see
stop
any
number
yellow.
42, Deshaun Richard for the Tigers. That'll bring up 3rd down for the Panthers.
So met him back at the line of scrimmage. So it is now, I think it's a 3rd and 8. Ball at the 25 for the Panthers, coming out of the huddle. Back in the gun. Twins left. Busted coverage. Looked like it was almost intercepted. That was
Pass
92.
complete
That was
to number
Ramos.
28,
Jaden
Waldron.
Ramos again.
Coming in for
Almost
the
had a
Tigers to
hand
make the
on it.
stop, number 92, Jaden Ramos.
Looked a lot similar to that one play where the O-line just kind of lets the blockers.
A little bit of
run
a
by 'em.
screen.
It was definitely a screen, but instead of it working out like it did for the Tigers, comes up way short of the first down marker. We're going to see the punt team.
Looks like it's a 3 and out now for the Panthers. Man, it's a very high punt. Favorable bounce for the Panthers getting into Tiger territory. They're going to let it. They're going to down it right at the 40,
Mitchell's
in
punt
between the
down
40 and
at the
39-yard line. So
40
they're
yard
going to call
line.
it at the 40. So this is the first time we're going to get to see the Tiger offense this half. Wonder if they're going to continue with the ground game or if they're going to try to spread the field, try to air it out a little bit. Still wanting to see a little bit more from. Been missing some Leday. Need to see Nigel Leday in this half. So it's a pistol style formation for the Tigers. It's a delayed handoff. He gives it to Green right in between the tackles.
Nunley
Laying
hands
off the
off
guards.
to Jermico Green. Coming up making the stop, Carmelo Brooks for the
They're going to
Panthers.
spot it for a 3-yard gain. So it'll be 2nd and 7. Actually, it's a 4-yard gain. It's a generous 4 yards.
Very generous 4 yards there.
Sticking in the gun. 3 wide receivers. Champagne in motion. Nunley's keeping it. Sweeping left and out of bounds.
Christian Nunley calls quarterback keeper around the left side. He's run out of bounds by number 9, Cody Forshey.
It's 3rd and short for the Tigers with 8:52 left here in the 3rd quarter. Trying to get back into the Panther territory, add on to this lead.
Yeah, and if you're the Tigers here, there's absolutely no need to be in any rush whatsoever. You got the four possession lead. You're really just trying to waste as much clock as possible per drive to secure the win. And a flag.
Looks like there might have been some movement, but that was back.
Play clock is at 0.
So it will be a delay game on the Tigers, pushing them back 5.
Loss of 5 probably changes the play call here. Goes from a third and short situation to a little bit of a third and long.
Looks like the Tigers are going empty. So last time they went empty, it was a keeper with Nunley. Delay just short, looking.
Nice pass intended.
He was looking for
for
Lede, but it was
Nigel
just right at
falls
Lede's feet.
incomplete.
Nunley looks set. Just waiting for Lede to make the cut, just underthrowing him.
First 2 drives of the second half, both 3 and outs for each team. So defense is looking good to start off this second half.
Looked like there was almost another block punt. Panthers decided to not signal for the fair catch, and big tackle.
Carmelian Hawkins on the return for the Panthers.
I believe that was Tice Williams who was there to help
Coming
finish
in,
off that.
making the stop for the Tigers, number 6, Zachary Allen. And number 35, Cooper Simmons. In on the stop. Panther ball at the 25-yard line.
Actually, yeah, it was 35 Cooper Simmons there at the end. I just saw Tice coming in.
Big time hit by Cooper Simmons.
Playing to the whistle.
Yeah, that's one of the keys of the game.
Looked like they had a QB change for the Panthers. Nice delayed handoff in the second level. Finally pushed out of bounds.
Number 25,
Good
Terrence
defense
Johnson
right there
on the
by
carry.
Jace Ferguson, being able to push Johnson out of bounds. So I think that was
Coming in,
Jackson
making a stop for
Farrar
the Tigers, number
who came
25,
in
Jace Ferguson.
for the Panthers. So they're
Down for the
trying
Panthers
something
at the
different with their
40-yard
offense,
line.
changing personnel.
And I believe that was the first time we saw number 24 for Paetow in the game, who just made that huge run into Conroe territory. So maybe changing things up for the Panthers here might be playing in their favor.
They're 3 in the backfield. Players getting set, in motion. Bobbled snap, looks like it's a broken play. But right there was Tice Williams on the tackle.
Jackson Farrar on the carry for the Panthers.
Looking at the
Coming in,
replay
making
right
the
here,
stop,
it's just a
Mark
bobble snap by
Jones for the
Farrar.
Tigers.
And then you see Tice just coming up from the secondary, just darting right at him, getting that tackle.
What I've been seeing out of Tice is he's got a great just sense of the sense of feel on the defense of where the ball's going, where the ball's going to be. He's got really a bright future ahead
Just
of him.
excellent vision, just seeing and letting the plays come to him.
Yeah, he's not trying to do too much.
And not only that, now I know that wasn't a full-on wrap tackle, but a good clean hit, stopping the play. So Farrar still in the gun. Bad snap. He's going to keep it. And there is a huge sack by the Tigers.
Coming in, making a stop
That
for
was
the Tigers, number
21.
42.
That was Mark Jones.
Deshaun Richard.
It's about a 28-yard loss there, I believe. if
So
my
number
math is
99.
correct.
So it was 42. In a play like that, it should have just the quarterback for Paetow, he should have just fell on the ball and just taken a loss, just scooping it up and trying to extend something. Just don't want to criticize too much. Just you don't want to just have that huge of a loss.
Johnson on the carry.
They just favored the Tigers.
Coming up, making the
right
stop, number 44, Gary Lewis for the Tigers.
Big, huge defensive stop right there by the Tigers, just being able to capitalize on the bad snap, playing to the whistle, working on your assignment, and now causing another 3 and out. And here's the Panther punt team yet again. Then I see Mayen in the backfield to return for the Tigers. He's at the Tigers 16 right now. So it's a 4th and 29.
Don't see that very often.
Nice clean snap. Booming punt. Ooh, that was very close by Kalen Harris when able to get out of the way. So we are going to get to see the Tiger offense come back. It was almost touched by the Tigers. Harris was able to just get out of the way. Nice little spin move. Referees are conversing. They're going to make sure that he wasn't touched.
Conroe ISD would like to thank our anchor partners for their support. Gallo Auto Group, Buckaloo Chevrolet, Memorial Hermann, the Woodlands Medical Center, Houston Methodist, the Woodlands Hospital, and Wood Forest National Bank.
Tiger offense coming out for their second possession of this half. Nunley is in the gun. Medina in the sidecar. Delayed handoff, and it is a keeper, but Nunley sacked. There's a flag on the play. That was
Nunley
number
brought
91.
down by number 91, Nicholas Elko.
For the Panthers.
On the play?
It's a little bit of an option that the Tigers were playing, and Elko just sticking to his assignment, spying the quarterback and sticking with Nunley.
And then that, it's called the face mask here on the defense on Elko. So that was going to be a good play for the Panthers. Ends up turning into about a 20-yard
20-yard swing is going to favor the Tigers.
Yeah.
So we have a clean, fresh set of downs for the Tigers. Empty set. Nunley alone. Champagne in motion again. Looking that it's another quarterback keeper. Nunley slides. But you saw Champagne
carry
in
for
motion.
the Tigers.
Could have possibly been a little shuffle
Coming in,
pass.
making the stop, number 91, Nicholas
right
Elko.
there.
And we've seen a lot of that from the Tigers offense tonight with the little speed option, read option. And that's what I really like.
They're attacking the edge a lot.
Yeah.
They're trying to extend. They're trying to get that open space, even though they have had some great lanes in between the tackles.
And when you have such speed in the backfield, you can really do that. Get to the edge.
Nunley drops back. That was just right
Nunley's
out of
pass
Westmoreland's
intended for
hands.
number 15.
I'm sorry,
Keegan Odell falls incomplete.
Go back to what you were saying.
Yeah, just the speed at getting to the edge. When you have about 3 guys in that backfield, the quarterback and the 2 running backs able to get to the edge with that much speed, that's a big factor.
Looks like they drew him offsides yet again. And while the Tigers have been able to move the ball well tonight, a lot of it has been on the ground. They've taken a lot of advantages whenever they needed to rely on the pass, but a lot of sweeps, a lot of stretches. There have been some delays, and there have been some punches up the middle, right in between the tackles. But you have seen a lot of sweeps, stretches, a lot of things going to the outside, even just quick passes to the flats. We haven't seen huge plays, but here's another option right there. That was for Nick Medina.
Outside pitch goes to number 1, Nicholas Medina.
But you see a lot of that now in these RPO-style offenses. Even
Tony making a stop, number 8.
More in the NFL.
Adrian Leday.
just use for an example, you look at the Baltimore Ravens and what they've done with Lamar Jackson. They just instead of a lot of quarterbacks transitioning, a lot of NFL teams are watching what they've done at the high school and college level and transitioning and pushing that more towards the NFL. And Tigers are able to get the punt off. It's favoring them just inside the 15-yard mark. So
Saints punt will be down.
Called down
at the 12-yard line.
But if you just, in a week and a half, once NFL starts, Texans are going to play the Ravens opening up. You're going to see a lot of that RPO style that you see here.
There are cooling stations located throughout the stadium.
Week 0 for
cooling stations
football.
on the concourse and down by the scoreboard. We also have water stations down on the concourse if you need water. If you feel warm, please speak to a stadium employee and they can direct you to the cooling stations.
Even starting here at the high school level. Play to your quarterback's strengths. Design your offense around that. Don't try to make this offense go what you need your quarterback to do. See where their strengths are and go off of that.
Nichols pass complete to number 18, Joshua Scott.
Incomplete pass by Nichols. Panthers are going to be taking Nichols' thought they were going to try to do their substitution. So this is going to be an official timeout. So with their official timeout, it's 2 minutes and 58 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Close to 15 minutes remaining here in regulation total. The Panthers are going to come out. It's a second, I believe a 2nd and 6. Ball on their own 16. I'm going to check and see where we are throughout the district and see if there are any more updates we're able to provide you, because we know that Oak Ridge was able to tie it up recently.
From what I'm seeing, Oak Ridge is now down 16-7.
Okay. Oak Ridge is trailing right now. I want to see what's going on with the Woodlands just south of us over at the bank.
I'm on the live stream right now.
Okay.
31-10 North Shore.
31-10 North Shore?
Over down at the just southwest.
It's a handoff by the Panthers. Back over to Terrence Johnson. Are they going to signal the first down?
Number 25, Terrence Johnson on the carry for the Panthers.
Just a yard, maybe 2 yards short
Coming
of the
in,
first
making
down
a stop,
marker.
number 4, Tate Trantham for the Tigers.
No, they're giving the first down. Okay, they are giving the first down.
Okay. First down for the Panthers this half. 2 previous drives, 3 and out, so something positive for the Panthers there.
Mm-hmm. Panthers sticking with this ground game. Nichols.
Number 28.
Giving it over
Javon
to
Waldron on the carry.
Javon
Coming in,
Waldron.
making a stop for a loss was Mitch Melton for the Tigers.
I know it's just right now about 10:15. Don't see a lot of games get this late, but since we had to we had to push the game back at the 8 o'clock start, and it's even going to be in effect next week because of the heat index. Got to commend these players for being able to play this late tonight. Nichols just throws it away instead of taking the sack, doing the smart
Nichols'
play right
pass
there.
falls incomplete.
Quick update, like provide for you. So it is in the fourth quarter and it is tied up with Cinco Ranch and College Park, 42-42.
Wow.
So the Brenham Cubs are up 16-7 over on Oak Ridge. So the New Caney Eagles did win against the Montgomery Bears for the first and your reigning district champion, New Caney Eagles. Cleveland was able to get one on the board, so they are still trailing 28-7.
Nichols pass intended for number 28.
The last update that we still
Javon
have,
Waldron
it's still
falls incomplete.
52-21, Willis Wildcats over Bryan. That's your quick update for what's going on within the district. While the special teams are lining up, getting ready to punt for the Panthers, just a quick reminder that since you're here with us tonight, following us on our CISD athletic stream, here's another punt from the Panthers. Another bounce favoring them as they're getting, as the play is dead.
Being down at the 29-yard line where the Tigers will take over 1st and 10.
Not a very eventful quarter for the offense here.
Just a lot of back and forth.
Yeah, just a lot of short drives and punts.
I just wanted to remind everyone who is still hanging here with us tonight, we appreciate your viewership. And just another reminder that we're going to be here broadcasting throughout the season. And if you are following us on the Conroe ISD Athletics Moorhead Stadium stream, just make sure you click that subscribe button and click that little bell to the left of it, and it'll let you know anytime that we're going live. As the Tigers and Hunley are back on the offense. There's a fumble by the Tigers. They're still fighting for it. Looks like they're going to give it to the Panthers.
Fumble on the play, recovered by the Panthers, number 91, Nicholas Elko.
Huge momentum right there by the Panthers.
Yeah, the handoff just
it was just a little
bobble, and that cost them the whole drive right there. So this is I feel like the first test we're gonna see from this Conroe defense close to their own end zone.
The Panthers are pretty close to the red zone right here. See if they can capitalize on the turnover. One of those key factors I was talking about before we started the turnover battle. There haven't been many turnovers tonight.
Nope.
Panthers get personnel. Play action, but huge play broken up by Ramos yet again.
Tackle made by number 92, Jaden Ramos of the Tigers.
So just watch Ramos on the edge.
A lot of miscommunication from that Panthers
Just
offense.
finds it right in between. It looked like he wasn't even blocked. It just, wherever the line were going with their blocks, you just see Ramos just find that opening and just come straight through him. Because he's right at the top. I know the replay's already passed. But it looked, yeah, he wasn't even touched. He just played off of the running back. So it was just a misassignment by the O-line favoring the Tigers. Nichols gets the handoff. And there the Tigers yet again putting pressure in between the tackles. Flooding the gaps. This
End up making a stop for the Tigers. Number 92, Jaden Ramos.
Tigers tonight on the defensive side.
Terrence Johnson on the carry for the Panthers.
So as time has expired in the third quarter,
The end of the third quarter.
we are headed
With our
into
score,
the
Conroe
final 12
28,
minutes tonight.
Paetow
And still
0.
28-0, your Conroe Tigers on top. Okay, Sam, it's fourth quarter.
Fourth quarter.
This is all with the training, all your conditioning in the off season. Just remember me playing. We always would hold up our hand, signaling it's the fourth quarter.
Yep.
This is where it comes. This is where a lot of your conditioning, a lot of your training comes in. You know you're tired. It's later than you usually are used to playing. It's the first game of the season. You want to come out and just continue to win. Make sure that you at least hold this shutout. But you want to at least come out with a win, roll into the weekend, have a little fun.
Yep. Outside it looks really nice. Moon, about a half moon right now.
A little bit. Don't remember the whole waxing and waning.
Yeah.
Not huge into. I wish I knew a little bit more about astronomy. We didn't have any of those classes whenever I was here many moons ago.
I like that. Just
Nichols'
like how I like
pass
that
falls
incompletion right
incomplete.
there.
So it's Nichols thrown into the middle of the field, and we're just going to have ourselves another official timeout just 6 seconds into the fourth quarter. It's going to be the 2nd and 15. As both teams are going back to their sidelines. You haven't seen the Panthers really throw that much this second half. They've been trusting the ground game. And while they have the best field position of the night in this half alone, I would have expected them to not wait so late to finally try to throw some more. But with this Tiger secondary and also the amount of time that the front four have been putting pressure and just getting to Nichols, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw, not a lot of time to get set. He's making quick decisions. The pocket's collapsing. You're just wondering, they're trusting this offensive line to at least give you just enough time to create just a hole, especially since they're still running like this I formation, power I, following pretty much your fullback.
And you gotta think of that hit he took, that fumble recovery that Conroe took for the touchdown. If that plays a factor into,
because then it would have been a 21-0 game.
A shift in their game plan. So,
because this was about the same field position that the Panthers had earlier whenever the Tigers were able to cause a fumble and get the fumble recovery for touchdown. So the Panthers are lining up. 5 linemen, 4 receivers. They're going to go completely empty, so you know they're going to be shooting for a pass. And that was just tipped. Look, I'm not sure which defensive end
Nichols'
got
pass
that.
knocked down by number 10, Matthew Westmoreland.
Actually, that was the linebacker, Matthew Westmoreland.
and if that's a good play by Matthew there, because if you know you're not going to be able to get the quarterback and you see he's throwing that way, just put the hands up. You know, you're going to have a chance to possibly deflect the ball, and that's what happened there. It's a good, smart play. There's no risk involved by just putting the hands up when you know you can't get to the quarterback, and it's going to bring up a big 4th down here for the Panthers.
And you know they're going for it.
Yeah,
keeping their offense on the field.
Desperation time.
Nichols looking for the sideline, overthrows his man, so it's going to be a turnover on downs.
Nichols' pass falls incomplete.
That was a little.
That'll be a turnover on downs.
The wide receiver came back and ran a little curl.
Conroe ISD would like to thank our founding partners for their support: the Woodlands Medicine Center, Lone Star College, Artavia, Fidium Fiber Internet, and Sam Houston State University.
So while we're going to see this offense come back out after the turnover on downs, Conroe's starting off at the 28. So they're at their own 28, 11, coming up on 11 minutes left of this game. Nice favorable lead. Another handoff to Green as he cuts back and runs in between the guys. That's a nice 5-yard carry. No need to rush it. No need to
Handoff
hurry it
goes
up.
to number
Just
7.
let the play
Jermico
clock die down.
Brought down by Maddox Prentice.
Medina's
of the
coming
Panthers.
in. And as you see tonight, the Tigers aren't doing a lot of huddling. They're calling the plays at the line of scrimmage. Pretty much what basic spread offenses have turned into. So we have another handoff going to Medina. Actually, no. Nunley's keeping it. Nice little stutter and stretches it some more, getting extra yardage. Gets the first down and then some.
Not only on the quarterback
I'm
keeper.
really impressed with
Picks up
his
enough yardage for a
change of direction.
Tiger.
As you
First
look around the
down.
replay, when he keeps the ball, it's right when he gets right around the 40-yard line. He's going to shift left. Look at that. Just basically turns left on a dime and able to get to that edge, as we've been talking about. That's been kind of Conroe's goal the whole game, is to get to that edge and try to get those extra yards.
And then just right there on the sideline. I just love it when a player is just running down that sideline because it's such a narrow space and you just want to continue to just tread it and just tight. Just like clean lines. So massive gain right there from the junior. And we have another official timeout just with 10 minutes, 24 seconds remaining in the game. Came from the 36 and now is at the 42. I think that was a 22-yard carry for the keeper. I'm liking that matte black on the helmets this year.
I am too.
I know that they also have the white ones that say Conroe. But I'm digging this color scheme that they're running out with here on opening weekend.
It looks really cool under the lights. It's got that little reflection from the gold off of it.
Nunley dropping back. Looks like he was escaping pressure.
Nunley's pass falls incomplete. Intended for number 9, Tyler Wise.
So Tyler Wise was there, but tripped up at the end. But number 91, Nicholas Elko, he just got past the left tackle.
Yeah, Nunley, I like his he sensed the pressure, rolled out.
He was
rolled
hearing
out-
those footsteps,
yeah,
and he knew.
rolled out right, tried to extend the play. It was a good throw. Just receiver tripped up a little bit, but
Play action. They're handing it off to Medina. Tackled in the backfield. Loss of 2, maybe 3, depending on
Nicholas
the spot.
Medina on the carry. Up making the stop, number 16, Dejon Linton for the Panthers.
It's smart for Medina to keep it in between the lines to let the clock continue to run.
I agree.
Panthers still have all 3 timeouts. But we're now under 9 minutes left here in the game. Ball on the 44, Panther 44. It's a big 3rd and long. Panthers seeing if they can try to get a stop. That's delay a game by the Tigers. But they're actually going to use a timeout so they don't get the penalty.
Timeout, Tigers.
What do you see going on over at the bank right now?
I believe North Shore just scored a touchdown
Another one?
to extend their lead, I believe, to 38-10 is what the score on the bottom says.
It's a huge test for the Highlanders going in, especially playing North Shore yet again. And even though they are looking like they're going to fall to North Shore, it's a good test to see where you stand, especially you know that they are one of the biggest teams in the state of Texas, so you know what you have in store for the remainder of the season.
It definitely benefits them playing North Shore week 1.
So Nunley, quick screen, finds Champagne, keep himself up, finally gets tackled.
Nunley's pass complete to number 3, Bryson Champagne.
So it's 4th
Coming up making a stop, number 46, Kylan White
Fourth
for the
and
Panthers.
6.
That'll bring up 4th down.
It's going to be on the Panther 37. I'm sorry, Panther 38. And the Tigers are keeping their offense out there. No need to punt. They're just going to go for it. Another pass. And there it is. It's another touchdown. That is Bryson Champagne for the Tigers.
Medley's pass complete to number 3, Bryson Champagne. And he races in for the Tiger. Touchdown!
I think it was a simple wheel concept out of the backfield. If you can see the replay.
We will get a chance to look at that replay following the point after, but you were right. It was a little bit of a wheel route because I think Champagne was in motion.
Yeah. Nobody really covering him.
Checking out, point after attempt, snap, hold, and it is good. So here we go on the replay.
Sing's extra point is good.
So you are right. He was in the flats, then turns into a wheel route, just shows his hand, signaling, hey, ball, ball, ball. And as he caught it, it was just, looked like he was about to drop it, but then just basically was able to catch himself. And he was wide open after that. Was able to finally just trot into the end zone untouched.
Yeah, his only goal there was to keep balance. That's the only thing that was keeping him between the touchdown there, was to maintain his balance, and he stayed on his feet and got the 6.
So 35-0, all Conroe, all Tigers against the Panthers. So I'm just rewinding it on our feed so I can see again. So you had the wheel route, signaling. He got it, and he looked like he was stumbling, but he caught himself right there at the very end.
Teeing it up for the Tigers, number 16, Arjit Singh.
You see Singh favoring the right side yet again.
He's 5 for 5 on the night in the PATs. He's having a good night. Then had that one touchback.
He's got a leg.
He does.
Hear the train a-coming. It's rolling around the bend. And it is in the end zone. It's
Sing's
another
kick
touchback.
Goes through the end zone for a touchback. Panthers will have 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. We do have penalty markers on the play.
There is a penalty following the kickoff. The spot will be at the 25 for the touchback. We're going to see what the referees are saying. They're conversing right now. I believe it's going to be unsportsmanlike conduct by both teams, so they might negate each other. So they are going to penalize Conroe. So it's a 15-yard penalty. Paetow starting off at their own 40. Favorable field position. See if they can try to make their way down the field, put some points on the board. Conroe looking to keep the shutout intact. Nichols in the gun. Panthers with 4 wide receivers. Little sweep. And that is
Number 13,
yards.
Jackson Farrar. Goes around the left side and into the end zone for a Panther touchdown.
The shutout.
So that was the backup quarterback who we've seen a few times with a lot of these Wildcat-esque looking formations. Just comes in with the jet sweep, handoff, untouched. Great speed by the Panther. I believe he's a junior. Double check the rosters. He is a junior. So Conroe went 35 unanswered, and the Panthers get their first score of the season off of a 60-yard run.
Yogi's extra point is good. Bring our score, Conroe 35, Paetow 7.
So the 35-point deficit turns into 28 as the Tigers are still leading 35-7 here in the fourth quarter, just under 7 minutes. Big, huge touchdown run from the Panthers. It looked like the Panthers, they were lined up with 4 receivers. Farrar was in motion.
A little jet sweep action.
And just handed it off to him. Was able to cut to the outside and extend it. If you were the Panthers, would you attempt an onside right now?
I wouldn't right now. If you got a 3
Back deep for the Tigers, number 5, Jalen Mann. And number 7, Jermico Green.
Possessions, 6:45. The way that Conroe has been milking the clock all game, I mean, maybe you catch him off guard, but I wouldn't come out.
That's what I'm saying. Like, would you consider catching him off guard with an onside? But the way that the Panther kicker is lining up right now, I wouldn't consider a little. It's a little high pooch kick.
Worked out in the favor.
Tatum Bell on the return.
Yeah, Bell was on the return. I'm trying to see who that was for the.
On at the 18-yard line.
It was just a speed demon coming in there, making that tackle.
And making a stop, Dejon Litton for the Panthers.
That was Dejon Wooden. So this Tiger offense starting at their own 18, 1st and 10. Nunley keeping it on the outside. He's at the 35, his own 40, trots out of bounds.
Number 11, Christian Nunley with a carry around the right side, runs out of bounds at the 40-yard line.
I saw that they kept it.
Forcing him out of bounds, number 1, Jamal Kamini.
It's a good design whenever you fool your cameraman.
Fool the cameraman and the defense right there.
Because I thought that they were keeping it with Green. That was a good, excellent decoy. They're still in the gun, line up with 3 wide receivers. Now they're actually going to keep it with Green. A little stutter step, cuts back, gets the first
Number
down.
7, Jermico Green takes the handoff, shakes and bakes up the middle, and picks up enough yardage for a Tiger. First down.
Coming off of the fumble earlier, you see Green rally, persevere.
In on the stop, number 91, Nicholas
Get to his head too
Elko.
much, being able to get a nice 12-yard carry.
That's what makes him such a valuable asset to this Conroe offense.
One of the best coaches that I know, by the name of Theodore Lasso, he always tells his players to be a goldfish. Forget about what happened then. They have a short memory span. Be a goldfish. The
Like
great
that.
Theodore Lasso. Do you know who Theodore Lasso is?
The great American football coach,
Yes.
I believe.
Yes.
I have not seen the show.
You haven't seen the show?
I have not.
I highly recommend it.
It's been recommended to me a couple of times. Heard it's very good.
It's very good, and it's already concluded. 3 seasons on Apple. But yes, Coach Lasso always said, be a goldfish. huge play tonight by the Tigers. 35-7. 35 unanswered points until that big run by the Panthers.
Making the statement early in the season, you know, redeeming himself from that loss from last year. You do get to play at home. They didn't play their opener at home last year.
And you're actually there with the crowd, and having your home crowd there, just looking out in the press box, seeing a lot of people still in the stands. It's nice to have. It's wonderful to have.
It really is.
Now we do have ourselves another penalty. Might have been a false start. I want to double check. Yeah, it was a false start right there by our offense.
Walking back. So.
What we need the Tigers to do moving forward is just getting better discipline to not have as many penalties, because I do consider it's a broken play right here by the offense.
Smart play.
Very smart, just sliding, not needing to go for
Nunley brought down by number 33, Sione Cruz.
Getting these penalties under control, because once districts
That'll bring up second down for the Tigers.
Affect your play.
Especially the special teams ones that are easily, you know, can be fixed, and the extracurricular penalties after plays, like ones that are easily fixable. I feel like Coach Hardman will love to talk to his team about those and get those sorted out.
Defense finally getting set. It's another handoff to Green. He's going to the outside. Another sweep. They get back that yardage from
Jermico Green with a carry around the left side.
Which technically wasn't a sack because he just gave himself up. But they're finally back within the 10 yards. So it's a third, and I would say a 3rd and 4. We're having ourselves another official timeout just under 4 minutes here in the 4th quarter. It's been all Conroe tonight. You have any updates for me? What's going on over there, Sam?
I think the Oak Ridge game is still 16-7 for Brenham. And then I will check the score of the Woodlands game on the Conroe ISD Athletics Wood Forest Bank Stadium. And this game just ended. North Shore 38, Woodlands 17.
At least the Woodlands started making a little bit more of a push. Like to go back and watch a bit of those highlights to see what happened. Huge, even though it's a loss for the Woodlands. We're not playing any favoritism. We are supporting our Conroe Tigers, but it was a big test to see how well they would play against North Shore, because North Shore is one of the more pristine schools within the Houston area.
Yep.
And even the state of Texas.
Very true. And there's that
they make those huge runs in the postseason.
There's that feel of, like, the Woodlands, they already have their first loss on their belt. You don't have to worry about, you know, keeping that perfect record.
Nunley with the snap. Little dump over to Green. Gets the first down. Keeps the
Nunley's pass complete to number 7, Jermico Green. They combine for enough yardage for a Tiger first down.
Sorry for stepping on you there.
No, you're good. Yeah, we've seen Jermico Green having a great night tonight.
He was very quiet in the second half. We were seeing a lot more. We're seeing a lot more Nunley just continue to keep the ball, and as he drops back, looking downfield, and is that Leday? That is a touchdown for the Tigers.
Nunley's pass complete to number 13, Nigel Leday. He hauls it in for the Tiger.
Finally
touchdown.
His first touchdown of the season for the senior. Good on you, Conroe.
Just poured it on. And you were talking about earlier, we're waiting and waiting for Nigel to have that big play, and we just saw it here with 3 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter.
I wasn't expecting it. I was just thinking it's just late in the 4th quarter, let it die down. You saw that opening. He was able to beat his man, get into the end zone. I'm ready to see that replay.
I am too.
Sing's extra point is good.
Sing 6 for 6.
6 for 6.
About to bring this replay now. So you see that he was the lone man, and just the corner just loses track of him. And that was just Nunley, knowing that he had him one-on-one, threw it downfield, deep in the end zone. It just wasn't just right there, right at the plane. It was more towards the back of the end zone. But it was smart of Lede just staying right there, cradling it in, falling down, and getting his first score of the season.
I think the corner there thought he was a little closer to Nigel than he actually.
It made you think that he was kind of playing more of a zone and thinking that he had a little bit of extra help, which little miscommunication right there by the defense and favored Conroe 100%. Nice big booming kick. It's another touchback.
Sings kickoff goes into the end zone for a touchback. Panthers will have the ball at the 25-yard line.
As both offense and defense are making their way backfield. Not only, I forgot to mention that you can follow us on YouTube, which you are right now, but we also have a great social media presence. We have an Instagram page. We have a Twitter page, now known as X. And we also have a Facebook following. I'm not sure we have Threads yet. That's kind of like the little new kind of wanting to be Twitter. But if you follow us, but if you give us a follow at Conroe ISD Sports, you can see a lot of coverage from each game this week, especially on the Instagram. We have a lot of great people that are taking photos, and we post them through our admin. And great coverage. That looks like there's a flag. It looked like it was almost an interception by Conroe.
Nichols' pass falls incomplete. There's a penalty marker on the play.
That it was a catch. If it might be pass interference, they're going to say that we're going to decline the pass interference since it is a catch. Get those stats, kid. Get those stats. But we do have a nice back to what I was saying, we do have a nice social media presence. And there will be some photos from the sidelines, not only of the players, but we're going to have some photos of our band, of the drill team, just showing a little bit of the atmosphere, what was going on tonight. Even the student section, we try to get as much as we can to give back to the community, to show how much fun it is to come and watch these games, especially here at the new renovations of Buddy Moorhead Memorial Stadium.
Yeah, campus, I know last season they had the construction over by the south side of the end zone, and so all that is gone now, and they got some grass put up there, they got the new gym looks fantastic. Can't wait for some
basketball at the pit.
Basketball.
Well, it's not even the pit anymore. What do they call it?
I'm not sure, but the nickname the pit will never die. It's another reception for Bush, and he breaks a tackle.
Nichols' pass complete to number 11, Jabari Bush.
Gets around about 4 Tiger defenders there.
Taking the stop, number 28.
And that's what I was talking about.
Rashad Salih.
Playing to the whistle. They didn't call the play dead, and he continued to pick back up and just fire through, just turning those legs, breaking those tackles, getting extra yardage for the Panthers. That was a great reception and great run after catch. So it's another official timeout, just at 2.5 left here in the fourth quarter. Now, since I went to school here at Conroe, Sam, how easy is it to actually move around with all the renovations that they've made? Is it a whole lot easier to navigate through campus, or is it still a little crowded?
It depends on what area of the campus you're at. If there's going from the old section of the second story to the new section of the second story, it gets pretty crowded there, but you know, the new renovations, they're still working on a lot of the renovations, and they're hoping to have a connection from the new gym to the school right now. You have to go outside, but they're working on a connection to keep everyone indoors for when that. But
well, the Panthers are close to the red zone right now, running with 4 wide receivers. It's another play to Bush.
Nichols pass complete to number 11, Jabari Bush.
In forward progress, they're going to say that he was still in
The bounds by number 28, Rashad Salih of the Tigers.
Keep the clock going. Just 2 minutes left here in the fourth quarter.
Second and short for the Panthers.
Panthers looking to try to get another score on there to narrow down this deficit. Tigers are just sticking with their basic four linemen. They're not trying to
Pass incomplete to number 13, Jackson Farrar.
Trying to get nice coverage, having about 5. Actually, not 5. Having 7 people back in coverage. Yeah. I was told there would be no math tonight.
I know.
It's a little late for me. That coffee, I think my
approaching almost 11 o'clock.
I think my late coffee is starting to wear off just a little bit. As Nichols gets the in. Wasn't Bush. I don't think it was Bush again. I think that was actually number 17, Hawkins.
Nichols pass complete to number 17, Carmelian Hawkins.
So now what Nichols is doing,
making a stop for the Tigers, number 27, Kevon Woodley.
He's not even really, he's getting set, but he's not even dropping it back. It's I'm getting the pass from the snap, and I'm setting, and I'm just throwing it.
Yeah.
Trusting to make sure that my receiver is hitting their mark and making, there it is again.
There it is, yeah.
Finding his man in the flat. Just
This
short
pass
yard.
complete to Jackson Farrar.
Now second and goal, just under a minute remaining here. Seeing if the Tigers
He's tripped
can
up by
just
number
stop
28, Rashad Salih of the Tigers.
right now.
Second and goal for the Panthers.
Let's say, I'm saying 5. No, the ball's on the 4. Nichols gets set, throw it to the corner of the end zone. Incomplete, just short.
This pass falls incomplete.
We've seen strictly passes this drive from the Panthers.
It looks like I think that was Joshua Scott. Yeah, it was just right at the very top of the end zone, near the pylon. Seeing some personnel changes. Nichols still at QB for him. Seeing Waldron in the backfield. So they are getting back into an I formation. That's a false start right there from the offense, the right guard. They've been playing a lot of hurry up. Getting with the 2-minute drill, and
See, right here.
back whenever I was a guard, I had one of those mistakes. Of course I've caused offsides or false start. We all do. So another, looks like a goal line fade. Good coverage.
Nichols pass falls incomplete.
Keegan Clark was pressing him. It was nice tight coverage right there, man on man.
Fourth and goal for the Panthers.
Just 21 seconds remaining in regulation.
It's a good thing for both of these teams to be practicing the red zone. Panthers really haven't been in the red zone very much, so Conroe gets to work on the red zone defense.
This is the closest the Panthers have actually been to the end zone, because their only score was off that 60-yard run. So big fourth down here. Conroe looking to stop and just keep it, but there is another flag as it's an incomplete. But
Nichols pass intended for number 13, Jackson Farrar, falls incomplete.
The screen over at the 10.
Lead marker on the play.
I believe it was a false start.
It was a false, so it was a false start, decline, and the Tigers, just 13 seconds remaining. You know it's just going to be the, what's this formation called? The
Good
victory formation.
Victory formation.
The victory formation that the offense is going to come out. You're going to see Nunley get under center.
Ladies and gentlemen, for the safety of the players and coaches, it is the policy of Conroe Independent School District to not allow spectators onto the field after the game. Again, no one is allowed entry onto the field at the conclusion of the game. We thank you for your support of your respective schools and ask you to respect the policies of Conroe Independent School District, and please do not attempt to enter the playing field at the conclusion of the game.
With 10 seconds ticking down, Conroe come out. Opening weekend at home. Huge victory, especially since the Panthers, whenever they were in 5A, were state champions.
We're state champions, yeah, and that's like...
That brings us to the end of the game with our score. Conroe 42, Paetow 7. We'd like to wish our friends from Katy safe trip back home and good luck on the rest of your season.
Lost their best defensive player.
Your Conroe Tigers will be back here next Thursday against the Aldine Eisenhower.
That presence on your defense, you got to understand, like, this is middle of the summer, so how big of a toll is this going to have on the defense? And we saw that it clearly had some effect on the Katy Paetow defense tonight.
So right now, Conroe Tigers 1-0 on the season. One more non-district game in next week. Who do they have?
Eisenhower. They play Eisenhower at home.
Okay. They're playing Eisenhower here?
They get to play back-to-back home games to start off
That's awesome.
the season. And then I believe they start off with 3 straight home games because their week 1 district opponent is Katy Paetow. So that is homecoming. Early homecoming,
it's
yes.
It's going to be hot.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully we get at least a little, just a tiny bit of a cold front coming in. But right now, we're going to give you a lot of your game highlights, especially huge statement win right here coming into the opening season for the Tigers. Right here, just look at that first touchdown run.
His first of the season.
First of the season from Nunley. You're going to see the strip sack, fumble recovery. I believe that was 75 yards on the recovery. Remember, I was told there would be no math.
Yeah, it's almost 11 o'clock. it's getting late.
Homework's already done.
Yeah,
it's time to enjoy the weekend.
It's the weekend. We don't.
So defensive touchdown, running touchdown, reception touchdowns. Just the big play right there in the middle of the field, untouched. Tyler Weiss, just love to see it. And then the big, just stumbling, rumbling, bumbling by Bryson Champagne. Rumbling, bumbling, stumbling. Way to catch himself. And then the big home run, 30 yards towards the back of the end zone. The senior Nigel the day.
If you were playing Conroe touchdown bingo, the only thing you're really missing was that special teams touchdown.
You need a special teams touchdown. But Scott, it's a pleasure working in with you at the booth tonight. Everybody who is still with us, we'd like to thank you for tuning into the Conroe ISD Moorhead Stadium stream. Remember, if you subscribe and you click the bell, it'll remind you when we go live every single week this season. We'll be back. Remember, Caney Creek is going to close out the week. They're on the road this week to finish out for district. But just to everybody who was here in the booth with us, a lot of our producers, our cameramen, thank you for just braving the elements. We hope to see everybody again next week. And just, it's been a pleasure. It's been real. It's been fun. It's been real fun.
A lot of fun.
Everybody, be safe out there. Enjoy your weekend. HNC 143, just want to sign off. Thank you. Sam, pleasure being in the booth with you tonight. I'm Jackson Cochran.
I'm Sam Ulrich.
Enjoy your night. Thank you.